Excited for tonight. We got a big fight tonight. I'm ready. I can tell the fat passion. We both genuinely disagree on this one, and I can't wait to fight it with my man Jody. If you guys are watching, thanks for tuning in. Make sure to share it on social media, all that jazz. I'm trying out a new microphone. Had someone help me with some new audio. Hope tonight's show sounds better. You guys will let me know in the comments. And let's get to this. You guys can always change how you want the topics to go later in the show. If you support, your support means a lot. So thanks to everybody who has. We'll see you in a couple minutes. Let's do this. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signar, and I'm so happy to be here with new audio. Tell me if it sounds better on YouTube. I had a buddy of mine help me. Thank you. Podcasted who helped me. He's a fan of the show, and he helped me do a quick tutorial to figure out how to use my gear. It's supposed to sound better. I hope it sounds better. Still tweaking and working, but we're getting better sound. Not talking into the mic because I talk loud. Everyone says I'm screaming over everybody. Hopefully, tell me in the comments if it sounds better. Jody, how do you think it sounds so far? Jody, my man, is in the building. What's up, dude?
Hello. I'm your friendly neighborhood Jody of Jody's Corner, but your audio sounds a lot better to me, bro. And you know, it's a shame that you're testing out this new microphone and doing all these iterations to your channel to make the quality better. And it's sad on this day with your new microphone that I'm gonna have to wreck you on this topic coming up.
I feel confident on this one. This one I think is in my favor, but we shall see how you guys think in the comments. Our main battle tonight is a big one. Taika Waititi is joining Star Wars. This was news that broke yesterday on Star Wars Day that he will be doing a theatrical release that he's written and directed. We're going to get into that fight. I also have a topic. I want to talk about this new sequel to Netflix's Bright. Who cares? We're going to talk about that. Also, Tom Cruise is making a space movie with Elon Musk. Those are the topics for tonight, but you guys can happily change or adjust where we go midstream. If you guys support and send over some topics throughout the show, we will happily deviate, and I'll go over to Twitch after the show. If you guys don't watch, we do an after show on Twitch where I take some of your comments and we talk more in depth. But let's get to this. This show will be longer, and then I'll probably clip just this main show depending on how the other rounds go, and then put the other ones for members only. If you're not a member, you can join today. Thanks. I see some member coins up there.
What's up, everybody?
Thanks to Chris. I see Chris. I see Joe. To all my members shouting out. I see Uzo in there.
Chris.
A lot of amazing people already showing up. Thanks, everybody. So let's get to this topic, our first topic at hand. But before I do that, actually, Jody, can I complain for a second again?
Yeah,
I like
absolutely.
to do that a lot. I did a test over the weekend. Because I got some heat because we kept going on about John Campea, and people just thought, oh, Andy, you can't get over John Campea.
Fool.
That's not what it's about. But anyway, I did something, and I want to show these numbers because while we're here live, let's actually reveal what actually happened. So we made these two videos about John Campea, and I cut them in two because I knew they were going to be drama-led views. And sure enough, I mean, these aren't huge views, but for my channel, they're a good average. I got 10,000, almost 11,000 views for us talking about Campea, talking about Star Wars, 11,000 for him about Wonder Woman. Now, those are good. If I can get those every video, like, it starts actually, working. And I was like, of course, they click and they watch. The like ratio wasn't great, but I think that attributes to it too. But this is what people clicked on. They clicked on both of them. If you go prior to that, my views are just between 1,000 to 4,000, sometimes 6,000. 15,000, 35,000 when I talked about Dan Murrell. Every time I talk drama, it goes up, Jody. So I did a test. I put it after everyone complained, Andy, stop talking about drama. I went and stopped talking about drama. I did a video about Nicolas Cage's Tiger King, which got 3,000 views. Okay, it's still not anywhere near 11,000. Then I did a whole Star Wars. Let's be positive about Star Wars, and did a nice conversation with Lewis, trying to find positivity in Star Wars world. It was a good conversation. 1,000 views. And then I just said, F it, let me do the drama again. And I did this drama test to sort of complain. And as I told in that video, watch this blow all my other videos out of the water. Again, almost at 9,000 views for that one. And then today, this afternoon, I drop a major, I think, really exciting, cool scoop on Shang-Chi, Marvel scoop. It hasn't even broken 1,000 in its day online.
Oh, that's terrible.
Guys, it's just this. I don't say it is what it is, but like, for those of you who are watching and are fans, please got my back when I do the drama and you see them coming. If you can come, just shoo off the other people. I'm so sick of these casual viewers, Jody. You've warned me about this. There's a lot of haters watching this channel who just want to watch me fall. I see it more than ever now. And it's not about censoring or trying to find only people who agree with me. It's about finding support. We got to find support, which you've done so beautifully over on your network. So I'm inspired by you. I am finally seeing it, the error of my ways, trying to push out the riffraff because this is ridiculous. They only click when it's drama. They only click during the drama, and then they complain when I make a couple of videos about the drama. And when people tell you what to do, Jody, when people tell you what to do, does that make you want to stop doing it?
Makes you want to do it more.
Yeah.
When haters are the ones that say, bro, you should go ahead and stop, because that lets me know that they're intimidated. Like, oh God, he's onto a new method. Oh God, he has some light. So it just means for us to do it more, bro. I mean, you guys are like bed bugs coming out from beneath the shadows at 3 a.m. to suck the blood out of us, bro. You guys don't matter. You haters and people who are just like the drama and shit. understand that, you know what I'm saying, we're going to talk about whatever the freak we want to talk about on our channels. And if you don't like it, freak you. But the thing is, you won't go away. You still watch because why? Let's keep it a buck here. Regardless of what you think about me or Andy, we're darn good TV and we're entertaining motherfuckers. And that's why you guys are like drug addicts and we're the cocaina. We are the cocaine.
They like when we dish the tea,
Facts.
the cocaine tea, right? No, they do, but then they want to complain. Oh, why'd you click? Why did you click on them three? You clicked on them 3 times, and you didn't.
Do our job.
You didn't click on the other 3. You proved it. So now I have some ammo. Anytime someone's gonna complain, you guys do too. This proves it. Stop telling me what to make, and you're making too much drama. No, you don't watch the other stuff. Those were 3 good videos. You didn't even tune in. It's just YouTube and a lot of chunk of my subscribers and casual viewers. I'm annoyed. I'm frustrated. So those of you who have been watching, supporting, those of you in the chat today, I love you. You are the supporters. So grateful to be here. Speaking of which, Knock Shadow already dropped 25 in the Cash App. Thank you, Knock Shadow. That is how we start a show. Trust me, that helps me a ton. Revenue is down all across the board for YouTube streamers now. So thank you so much, Knock Shadow, for supporting. If you got a topic you want to do, send it over. Yeah, Knock Shadow, you are such a generous individual, so thank you so much for that support. And then I saw Uzo became a member. Yeah, right? Is that
Uzo? That is Uzo.
Uzo, welcome to the Popcorn Planeteer. Coins up in the air, becoming a member. Thank you, man. That means a lot. So there we go. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. I don't want to keep talking about it, but look, clearly, Jody, I think once a week we got to do some sort of drama. That's what it is now. They've asked for it. They're going to get it. I guess we're going to once in a while do it. We'll keep the movie stuff coming.
I heard that John Campia likes to pick up the Home Depot workers and take them home and choke them in the shower.
Jody, I do full honesty, I got a lot more on John Campia if I really wanted to go there.
Let's talk about it.
If I really wanted to go there, I could really do it. Trust me, I haven't. I haven't, but I'm getting fed up with his hypocrisy. I'm getting fed up with his spin. I'm getting fed up with his lying about it. All I wanted him to do is just admit, I shouldn't have gotten involved. That's all I was asking. That's all this was. And it blew up.
For that, all I want him to do is admit he was wrong about Wonder Woman. He still won't admit that shit.
Yeah. So anyway, crazy. But I whatever. Let him do his thing. We'll see. Let's see how he does. But I'll leave with one. I don't like what he did to John Snepp's wife. I don't like it. Don't like it. Still don't. You guys go Google that one. Go Google how he treated Holly and sort of bullied her off. It didn't sit well with me. Still doesn't. I've had a lot of fans.
And a lot of people don't remember. After Wonder Woman came out, John Schnepp, and Harloff, but mostly Schnepp, talked about how anybody who thinks that Wonder Woman isn't right, they're tripping, they're crazy, they need to get out of here. He basically told off John Campia, straight directly at John Campia, bro. The clip is out there. Find it. Yeah,
look, I love John Schnepp. I wasn't that close to him, so I don't want to even try to make him into this beef. All respect. He was great. Everybody loved him. Such an amazing guy. I supported his Kickstarters and did what I could. Had him on the show.
2 more members.
Did we? Oh, nice. But I didn't even see them. They're not popping up on mine. That you're getting.
Knock Shadow.
Oh, there we go. Knock Shadow Tribe. So right as we drop the drama, the scene always happens.
He has become a
Bravo,
producer.
Knock. Knock became a producer level. Damn. Damn, that's legit. That's the highest one. Yes, sir.
Woo!
Bravo, Knock Shadow. That is the highest level. Knock, welcome to Producerdom. You are on the team. I will reach out. You can always David and Taylor are my other producers. Anybody join the producers, I reach out. I get them involved. You get to be part of this channel and do that. So thank you. But so being inspired by that. Look, I love Josh Schnepp. Respect. I'm not trying to dig that up, but I just out of respect of him, I didn't like how much Campia made it about him, and then got in this public beef with Holly during all that. And I don't even want. God bless her. I don't want to get her. I hope she's doing great. I don't know her, but I did not like how he spun his fans up to bully her in this tiff they had that should have been private. And if she wanted to lose her mind on that and go at him, then she had every right to do so. And he challenged her and tried to talk down to her. I didn't like it. And it's just one of many things I've heard. But that's people oh, get over judgment. I don't really care, but I get annoyed when he tries to lecture me. I don't like being lectured by people who have no right to lecture, and everyone just thinks he's the highest morality. It's not the case. So Campy keeps telling me to back off. Campy, back off.
There's a lot of reasons
back off.
There's a lot of reasons why he on his own over there, bro. Him and Harloff show didn't work. They didn't do the Star Wars show. Where's their show together?
Yeah, exactly. Where's that show? Where's that show, guys? His good buddy Christian.
Beef with him at the end, bruh. It's all there.
Jody and I announced a show. We're doing the show. Where's this big Can't Be a Harloff show? I'm very guys. There's so much drama there that no one wants to speak about.
Campy has got an ego, and I know Harloff was like, "Freak this." Was it
that I can't speak to, but there's a lot. Anyway, I don't want to get into this drama. Let's get to the real fight at hand.
Let's do it the same for next week.
K-Dots, welcome to the team. K-Dots, bam, 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 bam. All right, let's get now that I got all the
K-Dot and the Juancho. You getting them in here, bro?
Oh, Juancho just did it too. Yeah. Oh, damn. You guys are becoming. We got another planet, dude. Guys, yes, finally, let's do this. Thank you. Look, I'll be honest. The weekend was rough just because it doesn't get to me, but I get annoyed when people misunderstood.
Just went investor on you, bro.
Now he did go the highest level. Now he is. He upgraded. I misquote. It is a producer, then investor, and he's now an investor. Now, that's what I assumed he got, but now he did it. So you still get it, Knock Shadow. Woo! Bravo, sir. Bravo. Reach it. I think it's 50 bones.
Yeah, that's the tier 1. Hey, Knock. Okay.
Yeah, Knock stepping it up.
I'm on my Bill Cosby. Where's the tier 1 Knock Shadow? Very good.
Is that a Bill Cosby?
I tried. Send me a pudding pop.
Now I knew it was. K-Dots also just said, thank you for the support. Let me keep it 100. I'm about respect, and I unsub from all the channels. I'm a dead sub on. Dead sub is not a supporter. If I sub a channel, I support. It's a good point, and that's the problem. I have a lot of dead subs. And that's why all of this has become problematic for me, just because I'm trying to build, I'm trying to grow, and then they sit there and they don't support it, and they're just trolling me. So I'm going to keep trying to weed them out. When they come out, I can block and mute them. It's not about censoring. It's about creating a support here because we're building one, and I'm all open to criticism. People can. John Campia is an adult man. He can handle some ribbing from us about his own words. We're not trying to cancel the man, but I can't stand when fans are like, we can talk about whatever we want. If you don't like it, click out. That's how this works. So thank you to all you guys who've been supporting and being here. Jody, let's get to this fight. Enough. I'm so done with this drama.
Still getting members though. Why would we still get to the fight when you still getting members? Like, what are we gonna do?
Let's do it. All right, there we go. Whoa! We got another one. Nerd Warrior. You guys are joining levels, and I got to verify which ones are which. But my God, yes.
Nerd Warrior is like right above your initial, and then it's
that's level
investors.
3.
The number
yes,
one,
I'm checking myself because I'm like, why am I forgetting my own
producer?
Yes. So at Nerd Warrior, yeah, dude, nice. And then the producer, yeah, exactly. You got the Planeteer, and we got the Nerd Warrior step above. We got the producer.
Hello, everybody. I'm Andy.
And we got the.
I'm so grateful
I'm
for you
playing my
checking out
channel.
the membership level.
And then we got the investors level. So bravo.
Oh, you just got swarmed, bro, with some memberships, bro. That's
damn
tight.
Nice.
That's
I love
tight.
it. That is a membership swarm. Who else wants to join?
You could bank on.
Who else wants to become part of this team? Let's F it.
Are you not entertained?
We're leaning into this. Tonight is the night. Let's show the support. Let's make this happen because I need it right now because I feel like the audience just sucks. We just heard something. Toxic, thank you. Donating $10. Peace and love, Jody. Are you and Matt Jarbo still cool? I don't like the way he's been talking about you. Hold on. There's something. What just happened? I don't like. Sorry, someone was telling me. I got a text from something to do something. I missed that. Did you see what it says? Something about Matt Jarbo. Did you catch that? Hold on, let me make sure I got the.
I did not.
I'm probably just going to restart. Let's just hang out for a bit, and then I'll restart this clip.
Yeah, but you're right, Shabuizi. Shabuizi looked up he says, peace and love, Andy. Are you and Matt Jarbo so cool? I don't like the way he's been talking about you in his videos regarding your comments on the Snyder Cut.
Is he still doing it?
I don't know. I don't watch that.
Is he still doing it?
Channel. I don't pay attention to the guy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people making videos about us, bruh. That's crazy. I love it.
Well, it's like, why does he care? I don't. I don't really want to.
He wants your cock down his throat so bad, bro. Just unzipping your fly will make this fool go into a comatose.
Well, that's the problem. It's like, why? Like, focus on your own lane. Like, I don't really give him the attention because he clearly wants it. But
Balai, that's a loyal one right there, my dude. Balai.
Oh, nice. Joining. Thank you. I'm trying to keep go back and catch up with the quotes are coming in. Thank you, man. Oh man, welcome. Welcome to the family.
Time.
Joe, all these coins are up. Now you get the special emojis, the coins. I love seeing it. Welcome. I
them
can't
perk.
read these blue. What is who is the last one? I can't read his goddamn.
Balide.
Thank you. Sorry, it's in a light blue. I gotta
Balide,
change
right?
that.
Yeah.
Balide, there he is. Balide, now I see it. Balide, welcome. Bam! You got the Jody emoji. You got the badges. They earn over. They change colors. Yeah. So anyway, Jarbo was coming at me. I'll say. I guess. All right, we're doing a little AMA before this fight. It came in. We'll keep this alive. Jarbo came at me for. I don't know why. Jarbo came at me privately. And that's how I respected him then, because I don't have. If someone has a beef with me, they want to address something, come at me, DM me, reach out. Because Jarbo had my phone number. Jarbo and I put Jarbo on my channel when everyone warned me not to put him on my channel, and I was like, F that. Like I don't want to. Anybody has a shot to talk to me, earn a chance back. So I stood up against everyone saying don't help him, and I stood out and I was a friend for him. I tried to help support him, and ignored the haters, just supported him to try and help him get back on his feet. And then at a certain point, he just started not liking. I guess working with you or at the attitude we have that some people think we have, the hating that we're doing.
He go over there with that black guy and have good dialogue and get all that attention.
I don't like when you do that. I don't always assume that's what it is. I know you do. I don't like that. That you're assuming that. It's your right to assume it, but I don't want to call him a racist. That's not what this is about. But what he did do.
I didn't call him a racist. I said he sees me as a black guy. Why would he not?
Okay. Well, that's I don't know how that's like. So that's fair for you to say it. But I don't think it was about color to him. But what I was gonna say was he came out and he said privately to me something about some exchange I had with a fan when I called out the fan for shaming me, and I found his old tweets and shamed him back. He was very like, "How dare you? This is not you, Andy. You're better than this." And I was like, "Dude, no, I can do what I want." And this guy, like, he pushed me. He pushed me to a point where I was like, "I gave money to charity," and he was still pushing me. Christian Black, welcome to Planeteer level.
Black, hey, that's the homie, right? Hey, shout out to Christian.
Christian, man, I'll keep going. I'll keep talking to you guys as we get it up. He came at me and he was like, why are you hating on this guy? I'm like, why? I don't know. Just because he asked for it. I tried to have a civil conversation with this guy who was only trying to attack me and call me a liar. And then he came at me saying you gave out money last year, but it wasn't your money. And that set me over the edge. This is my money, guys. Like when you guys support, you keep me going. Like if I don't have this, I can't do this and I got to do something else. And so when he gave me the money, when I gave that money, that was like a week's paycheck that I gave to charity because I wanted to, not for anything else. And so when I did that, he came at me still. And that was the final straw for me where I was just like, F this. And when I did it, I went and found a lot of interesting stuff. He had a bunch of interesting stuff about me, or he had some interesting stuff about himself revealing. So I called him out on it. I'm like, you are not the, you're a hypocrite. You can't say you're morally superior than me when you're doing the same thing. Matt didn't like it. So anyway, Matt started privately talking to me. I don't know why I'm going on. Who cares about this? But Matt started going off on me, and then privately, and then he started doing it publicly too. So as he's like sort of egging me and being he started doing it in threads publicly. And I'm like, so he was sort of coming at my ego, but it was like, why are you doing it publicly if you're not trying to make yourself look better too? Flamin' Dragon, welcome.
Fiona.
And so
another one from Team JC. That's right. Fiona showing support to the homie Andy like that. See, that's why, Jarbo, you would never get this support for Andy. You know what I'm saying? Never. Like your fans hate your guts. They want you to die. Why would you want? That's not a good meshing.
No,
we're trying to make good communities.
It's not a good look.
So,
and I feel bad for that, to be perfectly honest. I feel bad for that. So,
bro, his content is trash. I tried to see one of his videos. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He reads the article word for word. His opinion's mediocre as shit. You could tell he's just full of shit. He's not a good commentator, and above all else, he's just not entertaining.
Correct.
That's why your channel sucks.
Correct. So I was so anyway, I don't know why he cares. I don't know why he's still talking about it. And so I don't want to help him anymore. I don't want to give him any love. And so
you got to dip that meat in his hole, bro. That's what he needs.
Yeah.
He wants you to take a slide down that throat with that Italian meat sauce that you got over there.
Look, there's a lot of haters out there. There's just haters that just like literally like stream watch you and then try to like for their own clout, try to like make something out of themselves when they're nobodies. It's pathetic.
Like
Focus on your lane and talk about your own stuff. So anyway, what can you do? We can make content. We can support. But that's the thing. Anybody who's just talking about me, they're allowed to talk about me. They can talk about me all they want. It gives me exposure. Popcorn Planet, go subscribe.
Yep.
So as for Matt Jarbo, I don't. I'm not hiding from it. I'll talk about anybody if somebody asks. Just like I thought Campia would, Jody? But then he does this thing always where he talks about it, he spins it, and then he goes, and that's the last I'll say about that. Until he has to sort of say it again, which he said that about me, and then he said it again when he found some blog post that he thought justified it, and it didn't change anything. But there we go. Thank you everybody who supported. If anybody else has a question, send it over and we'll get there. But we got a lot of members, so thank you guys. Flaming Dragons,
a lot of members.
We got
Thank
Christian Black. We had all you guys. Why can't I see this? There it is. Bolide, thank you, sir. A lot of you guys becoming members. Knock Shadow stepping up at the investor level. You guys are keeping this going. Thank you for making this a member night. And you can always support through the Cash App for Jody as well. I think the mod should be sharing his links too. Cash App, or if you do Streamlabs, you can ask the question. So I think I answered his question. Yes, that was the question that came in through. I'm trying to get my Streamlabs comments up because it's supposed to tell me who said what. But Jody, anything else you want to say or you want to mention before we get to this?
I would like to thank all the Jody's Corner family for blending in and showing Andy support and love like that. And this is only going to get better, and you guys understand exactly why this duo is potent, powerful, and anybody could get wrecked at any time. But now at this moment, we're about to do some civil war up in this beach because I'm about to have to hand Andy this L on Taika Waititi.
Anybody can get wrecked. That's not my goal. That wasn't my goal, is to just wreck. But I am not afraid to. I'm not afraid to wreck them. That's the difference. If we got to wreck them, we got to wreck them. And it's not even about wrecking them. It's just calling out. It's just calling people out if we need to call them out. But yeah, I don't know what. I got some other interesting scoop on the Snyder Cut I'm trying to verify because that's a story. It's a story I want to keep going if we get the scoop. But go check out the Shang-Chi article. We had some cool stuff on that. So thank you guys for watching and for coming in. So should we get to this first fight?
Let's go.
Thanks everybody for coming in and watching tonight. So first up, we're going to talk about Taika Waititi. Oh damn! Thank you, Michael. Michael just sent cat through the Cash App. Bam! Thank you so much for that support. Finally back to watching you live. 4 a.m. shifts suck. Oh man, sorry. You're working out there during all this. I'm glad we could entertain you. Thank you for supporting the stream, Michael. You have been so generous over the stream. Seriously, Michael. Thank you. Thank you. Glad we could help you. If you got something else you want to send over a topic, I'll be up later tonight helping keeping the things going so we can answer anything you got. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything else. And thank you guys so much for all the support that's been coming in. So let's do this, Jody. Let's get to this first fight because I think this will be a firefight. I do genuinely think we got. I don't know where you're coming from in this one. I don't know where you're coming from. Taika Waititi.
I don't know how you don't see it.
I don't know. Here we go. This is actually, if you're asking me, this is a legit nerd wars we're about to do here. Wah, 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 wah. All right, so Taika Waititi is doing Star Wars. And Jody doesn't think this is a good idea for Star Wars. Is that a fair paraphrase? You do not think
that is a very fair paraphrase.
You don't think he's right? His tone is right for the next step and the next phase of Star Wars. Go ahead, tell us what you think.
I do not. So I have a lot of reasons, and I don't have any problem with Taika Waititi as a director of independent type of things. But when you're talking about universe things like MCU and another universe thing like Star Wars, those are universes that rely strictly on precedents, canon elements, comic books. Wouldn't you say, Andy?
Yeah.
Right. There's Jedi code. You got to get all that right, and source material, basically a respect of source material. Wouldn't you say, Andy?
Yeah, sure. Respect.
Okay, so Andy agrees with me there.
Well, I mean, sort of. I see where you're going with it.
When I looked him up for why Thor Ragnarok was the most fruit stripe gum comedy, jokey movie that was about the darkest story of Asgard, where Thor was getting electrocuted by lightning gadgets and made fun of. I was like, how in the world can you treat Thor this way? And this is a direct quote from Taika Waititi when he talking about how he decided to come up with Thor Love and Thunder. Quote, here's the thing about me, guys. I did not really do my research. I read one issue of Thor as my research. Not even a graphic novel. One of those thin ones. And by the end of it, I was like, well, we're not doing that. Let's not really look at those anymore. Cool art. I love the art. But I can't stand the way everyone talks. This is exactly why you got Thor Ragnarok. A disrespect for the mythos, the canon, the source material, and that's why you got something like Thor Ragnarok. Then he talked about with Thor Love and Thunder that's coming out. He says the stuff that he's doing in Thor Love and Thunder is going to make Thor Ragnarok look very reserved. And he says when he came up with Thor Love and Thunder's plot, he says it's almost as if they asked a bunch of 10-year-olds and to make up the story, and that Taika just said yes to everything. Oh, yeah. 10-year-olds, kiddie elements, jokes. We're talking about structure. We're talking about characters that have lots and lots of history. These are the elements that he will bring to Star Wars. You think he's going to respect the mythos of Star Wars? You think he's going to respect what the Jedi are? You think he's going to respect the canon characters and give them and put them on point? No, my friend. The number one thing that comes first when you get a Taika Waititi directed film is the comedy. How much can I make them laugh over how canon it is, how appropriate it is? Freak the source material. How many times can I make them joke? And it's even proven in the last episode of The Mandalorian, the season finale, that he himself directed was full of jokes. Action was kind of mediocre. The stakes were not as high. People didn't die like that. And it was really the highlight of that episode was two stormtroopers, which I liked, two stormtroopers having jokes with one another in the life of a stormtrooper, which I liked, but it just doesn't fit. That type of stuff will not fit a PG-13 main story of Star Wars. I could see it now, a jokey, lighthearted Star Wars when we need to be focusing on more serious things like back in the past where shit was actually serious. And I don't think Taika Waititi's the guy to take us out of it, bro.
Dude, are you like on crazy pills or something? Like what Star Wars movie doesn't have some jokes?
I didn't say some jokes. The whole film will be a joke.
That Mandalorian episode had a funny beginning, and then it had a really emotional climax with the robot sacrificing himself, or even the Mandalorian was suddenly like, there was a lot that went down in that episode, dude. Like he had to take the mask off. Everyone thought they were going to die multiple times. I don't agree with your logic at all that episode was done as a jokey joke. There was a very, very funny and new take on the bike. What are they called? The bike guys, bike troopers, whatever. That was brilliant. It was I can't remember his name. He's really funny. And then Jason Sudeikis and the other guy is really funny. Just ad-libbing, and it added up to that world in a way that I've never really seen Star Wars do. It felt genuine. It felt like, oh, that's what these guys do on their off time. It didn't just feel like jokey joke. It felt like we were in a world and a writer-director was like in that world making something new and fresh again. That's Taika Waititi, dude.
Stormtroopers talking didn't feel like a jokey joke to you?
I mean, sure, there were jokey jokes, but like at the same time, but they were telling jokes, but it felt like two dudes bored on their job. It felt real. That's why it was funny. It felt like a slice of life. It didn't just feel like, let's do fart joke. It wasn't like jokey jokes in that regard. It was like there was some humor to the everyday scenario of like, well, I want to see him. That's what any two people would probably do. So to me, that wasn't just like jokey jokes for the sake of jokey joke. He added layers to sub characters that are always ignored. And then we had Finn, who was supposed to like bring that bigger, and then they never really, took advantage of that sort of stormtrooper uprising, which would have been so much better if they had done that right, the way Colin Trevorrow wrote it for that final episode. So my point is like he added layers to this supporting team as his jokey joke. So I don't understand what you're even talking about. That episode was fantastic. Did he not take a Hitler
movie and make a joke comedy out of it?
He didn't even. Jojo Rabbit is not. It has some jokes, but it's
is that not a Hitler Nazi story?
Tremendously depressing. Have you seen it?
No, I'm going to, and I'm going to review it. So guys, check that out on my channel. But I heard that it's a Nazi story about Hitler, and it's full of jokes. Is that right?
No, I mean, I cried in it, man. There's some touching moments in there. Scarlett Johansson gives a
I'm not saying it's not emotional, but I'm saying, is it not? Does it not have comedy?
Here's the thing I would also argue, Jody. Comedy is harder to do than drama. Hands down.
What?
Now
you taking comedy is harder to do than drama.
To make comedy work, crazy. It absolutely comedy is subjective, and if you don't make comedy work, it's just scary. It's
a written joke.
Spoof. No, you're wrong. Not another spoof movie. All those Meet the Spartans, epic movie. Those are not funny jokes. You can absolutely have jokes fail. Sure. That's why we're not all working stand-up comedians. Making a hit comedy is so much harder than making a drama. It just is. Drama is like, let's think of emotional things and let's cry and let's act strongly.
Comedy is hard. What am I hearing right now? Comedies are easy dime a dozen box office earners because people love to just go to a theater and laugh. It's hard to make people make a drama successful. What are you talking about?
This is that I've made both. I'm not trying to it's so much harder to make everybody laugh than it is to make them
It's
all.
easy as shit for me.
Telling a dramatic story is easy. You just talk about some literally. It's like winning an Oscar, Jody. Winning an Oscar is traditionally make a war movie or make about it a handicap or make it about. It's always about struggles. No, but those are the dramas. Those are the dramas.
Not comedies. Comedies don't win Oscars for a reason, Andy.
No, but that doesn't make it bad. That's not what I'm just saying. It's very easy to make, because comedies don't win dramas. You're right. The Oscar Best Picture is for dramas. Absolutely. I agree with you. Comedies, the best actors. Comedies aren't seen as the best film. I understand. That's because
the best actors don't do comedies, because it doesn't take much acting to do a comedy.
No, it absolutely. No, but see, you're not listening to me. To do comedy that makes people laugh, Jody. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? No, it's everything. It's the performer and the scriptwriter. It's the jokes and who says them.
If the jokes on the script are funny and you just deliver the lines, you will make people laugh.
No, you can still F up a joke if you're not funny. I've seen it happen a million times with comedians. I watch a lot of stand-up.
I know.
You can totally mess up a good joke. It's about the performer and it's about the material.
Comedy goes to the script and the jokes within it. Comedic timing is a thing. Comedy
is so much harder to make people laugh and genuinely laugh. Absolutely harder than making a drama. Now they're both making anything successful is hard, but I'm just saying if you were to make you would make a comedy and then to make everyone watch it and go, that's not funny. That's what will happen more often. You'll see a drama and you'll go, well, that was poorly acted, whatever. But they still made a drama, Jody.
Regardless.
So my point is, good comedy is hard to make. And Taika Waititi has managed to do that successfully for a while. So I don't want to discredit his comedy is all I'm saying. For you to discredit comedy to me is unfair, because that's not...
I'm not discrediting his comedy.
Making strong comedy is very hard.
Answer for Star Wars, bro. Comedy is not
but I'm
going to
just
get
saying,
about the whole...
But you're writing him off as a comedy director. And I just want to say
that's
comedy...
exactly what he is.
Comedy is a skill. No, it's not. Have you seen The Hunt for the Wilder People?
No, wait.
So you're fighting a director. You're fighting a director, and you haven't even seen his movies. You watch Thor Ragnarok and his episode of Mandalorian. You say he's not right for Star Wars. How are you qualified to tell me if he's right for Star Wars?
Wait a minute. Because look what I just read about him doing his research on characters.
So you're reading things about him, and you're not watching his work.
He just admitted he does not respect the character's canon and source material. How can I defend a man like that?
It's because what do you mean? So because he didn't? I thought Thor
Ragnarok. He said I didn't read no comics for Thor before I did Ragnarok, and it shows because Ragnarok sucks.
Ragnarok doesn't suck. It was very successful. It wasn't my favorite movie, but it was far better than Thor: The Dark World. So whatever he did managed to work for the audiences, and it wasn't just written by him, by the way. In fact, I'm verifying it wasn't written by him at all. So why would he read the comics if he's? Because
you're letting the comedy blind you. Thor Ragnarok is good because it's funny. As a
Jody,
comedy, Thor Ragnarok
is a good film. He didn't write it. Movie, it sucks. He didn't write it. Why should he look up those comics if he's not writing it?
He didn't write it. Guess what? You know what he did? He even promotes. I went off script and I did a lot of ad-libbing with the actors. He basically wrote that shit by doing ad-lib off script stuff. That was a huge thing about Ragnarok. He didn't even use the script half the time.
Right, and when you can create an atmosphere for that and have the actors pull it off, like Mandalorian, probably also partly ad-libbed, and it works, you're a talented director. Absolutely. That makes you a talented director.
I'm not saying he's not a talented director. All I'm saying is that his direction and I already know he's going for comedy. That comedy element that he has with his lack of respect for reading up on source material, which means he probably don't know shit about Star Wars. He's going to make a comedy Star Wars movie that might be funny. I'll even say it will be funny. It will be entertaining. But is that what's going to get us out of the funk we're in with Star Wars? No, it's not.
Okay, here's what's going to get us out of the funk. Here's what's going to get us funk out of... I'm trying to make sure and verify. I believe he is a... Star Wars.
He's writing it too.
He is a Star Wars.
He's directing and writing the Star Wars film.
But I was trying to make sure he was a fan, because honestly, I wasn't a Thor fan. I didn't read the comics, honestly, I wouldn't want to read all the comics either.
Yeah, I learned that myself.
What I appreciate about Taika Waititi here, so let me take a second. What I appreciate about Taika Waititi is he creates new worlds. He creates new stories. He's an original filmmaker. You haven't seen his films. You haven't seen Hunt for the Wilder People. You haven't seen Jojo Rabbit. Both are original films he's wrote. What We Do in the Shadows, also fantastic and original. It's a new. No one's done that mockumentary format well since Christopher Guest, who's another fantastic director and has done some
mockumentary format. I don't know. I think Tarantino gets a lot of credit for Django.
No, mockumentary is a style where it's like The Office, where you're talking to camera and it's like, oh, this is Spinal Tap, Waiting for Guffman.
Isn't Jojo Rabbit? I'm assuming.
No. Sorry, I'm talking about What We Do in the Shadows. You need to watch some of his more work, Jody. I don't mean to call you out, but What We Talk in the Shadows is now a show on FX. It's like a mockumentary about vampires, but it's done in a comedy format. But it's really well done. In all of these movies, there's a genuineness to the characters. There's a realness. It's all relatable because he's making real
comedy
characters.
In that movie? Is it a comedy?
Yeah, it's dry comedy. He does do more dry comedy.
Now you're trying to tell me you don't know he's a comedy director. You don't watch his movies. He's a comedy director.
No, you're just talking over me to try and justify that you haven't seen his movies. See the movies, and then you can tell me what I'm saying. Because I would say Jojo Rabbit. I would say Jojo Rabbit is definitely more of a drama than a comedy. Absolutely. Taika Waititi shows up for some as a supporting character for some jokes, but the movie is heartbreaking, and it's about World War II and the Nazis.
You a question?
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question? Is Taika Waititi a comedy director?
I would say he's done comedies, but I wouldn't call him. But here's the problem: why are you labeling him as one thing when you haven't even seen his work? Why are you stubbornly labeling him?
I see.
You saw one movie.
That's my problem.
You saw one movie, Jody. You have not seen his film, so now you see one movie and you now have defined him. I don't think that's cool, dude.
Wait a minute. I think
it's not. It doesn't look good on the internet.
You're not listening to my entire argument. You did not just. You're not.
You said he didn't
watch.
He didn't read the comic books. I did hear you.
That's my main issue. He does not respect source material. How could a creator not do your research and history on a film that you're helming?
Because
How can you defend that?
He didn't write it, Jody.
Oh my God! Well, here we go again.
But here we go. What again?
God.
He didn't write the script. He's going off someone else's script, Jody.
I'm sure they read. In response to that, he went off script.
I'm sure they read the comics, and I bet you his art director, his prop said, "Hey, I made this look. Check out this image from the comic. Does this look cool?" And he's like, "Yeah. You know what? But can we do this because it's his movie?" And
he's the director, bro.
He's the director.
He said
he doesn't write the script. He doesn't have to read the source material. He has to read the script, Jody.
No, he's overwriting the script. Ain't no script. That's what I'm trying to tell you for Ragnarok. He says, okay, we're not doing that. That means, no, we're not making a script about this. We're doing it how I do it. He was going off script. That half of that movie was ad-libbed by Taika. They weren't even going off a script. They were just talking. But that's the thing. So yeah,
I don't understand.
Absolutely.
First of all, why is Thor Ragnarok a problem? That was a successful hit for Marvel, and it was the best Thor movie seen by audiences and by box office. So you may not have liked it, but he succeeded. He succeeded.
What it represents. I understand. It's what it represents that I hate. I hate it when, and I'm not even a Thor fan. I'm just riding for these fools because I hate it because I'm a Superman fan, and Superman got done dirty, and people who have no experience with Superman ruined him, and I understand how that feels. And I'm a freaking Star Wars fan, and I know exactly what the Force is. And when he doesn't know what the Force is and he doesn't research, he's going to make bullshit like Episode 8, Episode 9, Episode 7. And I don't want to go through that again.
See, here's where you're wrong. Here's where you're wrong.
Through the finger like that.
Here's where you're wrong. They said one movie, and he's writing and directing.
You don't think if it makes $1 billion, he's gonna get another one?
Here's why. But again, you're not hearing me out. He's making one movie. The reason you need to research and do all this is if you're doing the new trilogy. You need to know what the previous are. If he's telling a standalone story that he's comfortable and excited about in the Star Wars universe, and he's a talented, Academy Award-winning filmmaker, what is the problem, Jody? We don't even know what his movie is yet. Will it have some comedy? Will it have some comedy? Absolutely. But did Jojo Rabbit have both? Yes. Do I want my Star Wars movies to all be super dramatic downers? No, I don't. I'm sorry. I don't want a bunch of depressing Star Wars movies. This is the last thing Star Wars needs. Star Wars is a family franchise, whether you like it or not. My kids know Star Wars. They want kids and adults to watch Star Wars. What on earth do you think they're going to make? Sure, it'd be cool to have Darth Vader slicing people up and do a super dark, crazy Star Wars. That's not Star Wars, Jody. Like, what do you want them to do? They hired a very talented comedy director who just won an Oscar for writing a drama, who's fantastic and is in demand in every studio across the world. Netflix just signed him. Everybody wants to work with Taika Waititi. You haven't seen any of his other movies. They all have heart. They're all, I would say, yes, they're comedies, but he knows how to make heart. That's what I want in my Star Wars movie. I want genuine heart. And the Mandalorian episode he did was filled with heart. It had a funny opening that opened up the world and added layers. And then on top of that, it made us emotional about the robot dying, which even Mando is like, no, you can stay. And he blows himself up. It was fantastic. He kept the action tight. He knew how to deliver it. It was, why did that make you nervous?
So yeah, Mandalorian is a G-rated kids freaking television show, and unless the Mandalorian season 2 gets serious with this real shit and get off of that Disney family shit, the Mandalorian is doomed, just like everything else Disney Star Wars they put their hands on. And I understand you're gassing Taika, but you're trying to mislead people. At the end of the day, he's a comedy director who will make a comedy Star Wars film. And by that logic, and plus factoring in, he does not respect canon and does research and does not respect freaking precedents of characters and mythos. He doesn't know or care to know or even care to respect it.
You are so assuming things.
And Star Wars. I'm not
just about Thor. Did you read Thor?
Oh.
You haven't read Thor?
Oh my freaking God. This motherfucker
Who wants
just
to read
said
Thor?
Out of his mouth. He did. Also, did you know, Andy, that he didn't do any research for Jojo Rabbit on Hitler? Because I read that too.
Because he's playing watch the movie, Jody.
I know.
He wasn't making a historical drama. He wasn't making a true story.
I get it.
Then what's the problem?
He also said it was headlines. It made headlines before Jojo Rabbit came out. He didn't do research.
It also won Oscars
for Nazi or Hitler. Whether he needs it or not, because you don't need it. Because in his eyes, you know why he doesn't need research? Because he knows comedy is the only thing I care about. If I can make him laugh, I can make him like my movie. He is the director that embodies the MCU formula in the flesh. I don't want that with Star Wars, bruh. The MCU formula, they're trying to do it to Star Wars. You don't see it. They're trying to make Star Wars like the MCU.
Where on earth are you getting this information, Jody? You're speculating like crazy.
I am.
Nostradamus is showing up. But dude, of course,
what's going on here?
If this movie makes money, I'm sure they'll make another movie. You're right. That's how movies work.
And
of
you make
course.
it seem like they believe in Taika. But he's such a good director. They're only giving him jobs because he makes money, bro. Stop it.
Right, because he makes successful movies. My point is that we don't know enough about the film to say that he's not right for it. What I know is his films, which you need to watch more of, because his films have heart. His films have genuine character. His films make me emotional, and good laughs, not cheap laughs.
If I tell you a story about a director that does no research for his characters, you think that I should watch his back history?
I need to know
what turns me off.
I need to know what character he's doing first. What if he's making his own character, Jody? What if he's not making a movie about any characters you know?
Thor.
Why?
He did Thor.
Jody, we're talking about Star Wars. That's what the topic is.
How
do you know which character? How do you know which character he needs to research? When he might not even want to do that. He came in as a director. He came in
to read up on exactly what Star Wars is.
He came in as a director in Marvel. He probably took that job to attempt to get in with Disney to become a successful director. Why is that a problem? He made a very successful Thor movie. I agree. I think Thor Ragnarok is a bit overrated, but I had fun with it. It didn't offend me. All of the Marvel movies are the same, Jody, if you really want to argue about it.
What you just said is what you're going to say about a Star Wars movie, and you don't even know it. That's why I'm Jody Damas. The same sentence you just said is exactly what you're going to say about a Star Wars movie.
I liked his Mandalorian.
It didn't offend me. I liked it. It's a little overrated. It was funny. It was good. That's exactly what his Star Wars movie's going to be.
No, I didn't need Thor Ragnarok to be an epic drama like you. That's the difference. It was fine. I had fun with it. A lot of movies, most Marvel movies have become that way.
Is the story of the destruction of Asgard.
I don't care about Asgard. I don't care about Asgard.
Don't call it Ragnarok. Don't do a Ragnarok story then.
Never cared about Asgard. Who cares about all those people? Who cares?
All right, you
really care about Asgard and everyone in Asgard? Honestly?
No, you got me there. No one cares. There's like no Thor fans out there. I found that out.
No one does, and that's the point. He knew that, and he was stuck making a Thor movie. And rather than get in the mythos, which I feel like Dark World got so lost up its own butt doing, he was smart and was like, no one cares about this stuff. So I'm going to make it funny. I'm going to make it visually cool. I'm going to put Jeff Goldblum in it. We're going to make some cool ideas. We're going to have Thor and Hulk trying to make a buddy picture. That's what he was into. That's what he hyped it from the beginning, and that's what he delivered. And you know what? That worked for me. I liked it. I didn't like Thor: Dark World. I thought Thor is fine. I like Chris Hemsworth. Kenneth Branagh did an impossible task of making that interesting. I don't know why we're hating on Thor Ragnarok so much. It's okay. It is by far the worst of the Marvel movies. So that's my problem. Like, what is it? So if he brings that to Star Wars, like he did, which I think the Mandalorian episode he did was better because it had comedy and heart. That's what I'm saying. I feel like I want my Star Wars to have emotion, have action, have a little bit of comedy. Han Solo always added good comedy, and I want it to have a little heart. And I think he's proven that with Jojo Rabbit. What We Do in the Shadows, even The Hunt for the Wilder People, is filled with heart. Sam Neill's fantastic. It is a wonderfully heartfelt movie.
Do any of those other projects have a huge fan base and franchise of mythos that goes back years like Star Wars and Thor?
It has something better, Jody. It's original vision.
That doesn't.
It's an original.
This is Star Wars.
It's an original storyteller. So the reason I'm saying he is right for
original. That don't apply.
No. What we need, and here's where we're gonna. I guess we'll disagree. What Star Wars needs is rejuvenation. We need someone who has original ideas and is a visionary like George Lucas was. We do not need to keep recycling the same movies over and over again like JJ did and all this nonsense that Kathleen Kennedy's doing. We need someone who cares, who's a Star Wars fan, who has something they're passionate about. I want someone new and passionate who can write a movie and deliver something fun. That's all he's done. Every one of his movies has delivered that to me.
Wait, you just said a Star Wars fan who's passionate and knows Star Wars and cares about... Nigga, that ain't...
Just because he didn't... What, because he didn't read Thor comics? Because he didn't read Thor comics. You're jumping to that conclusion. You are so wrong. Prove to me where he hasn't written stuff. How do you know he hasn't watched every Star Wars movie and every book?
Because he didn't read Thor comics.
So now he's not going to read anything. So no, you're telling me for a Star Wars film he's making, you don't think he's watched the Star Wars movies? Star Wars is not a comic book series, Jody. You expected him to come into Thor 3, a character he probably doesn't even give a shit about, who is only doing it to sort of get up and do the things he wants, which might be Star Wars for all you know. For all you know, it might be Star Wars. So he comes in, a script that's been written, and decides, I'm not going to go read all the comic books because I want to make this my own. I don't want to just keep doing what they've already done. Thor: The Dark World was boring. I'm going to try and rejuvenate this and make something original. That's not what you want with Star Wars? Well, then we are completely different galaxies, dude. I want someone to come in and make something new. Stop making the same stuff over and over again. I don't want him to read the comics. Write a new comic. That's what we need in this world, is people who are going to make original content, Jody. I don't want recycled garbage. You're complaining because he's not going to make the same garbage you've already read? F that, man!
So episode 1, 2, and 3 is more of what you said you don't want. Same recycled garbage. Guess what? That's exactly what Star Wars is. It works. Another story about a Jedi, midichlorians, the Force.
Yeah, that's why you're not writing it. Thank God you're not writing it.
See, you think episode 3 and episode 1 suck, don't you?
No, I don't even know.
One of the people
you are. I'm not talking about anything except for what I just said. Do you want original stories for Star Wars, or do you want them to keep recycling all the stuff we've seen? Do you want original stories for Star Wars, or do you want them to keep saying the same thing?
No, I don't want them. Neither one of those. Neither one of those. Star Wars, you can't go all the way original with Star Wars because it's not original. It has a rubric that you need to follow. That rubric is called the Force and how it works. If you disrespect it, if you do not use it, if you do not know it, you will make a trash, potentially could make a trash Star Wars film. You could brave about originality all you want, but that's not what Star Wars is. It has a guideline. It has a rule book you must play by. So please miss me with this. It's completely original. We need lightsaber battles. That ain't original.
I'm gonna blow a lot of. I might lose.
That ain't original. That's reused and hashed all over. And guess what? Give me more of it. Give me more Sith that I've been getting. Give me more Jedi that I've been getting. Give me more Sith and Jedi battles that I have not been getting. And give me more of those goddamn lightsabers with more force pushes, force sprints, and force chokes. Ain't nothing original about none of that, but that's what Star Wars is. I'm sorry.
Well, that's your Star Wars. I don't want that anymore. I'm bored of that. I don't care. And that's like prequel stuff. I don't want to see more prequel stuff.
You're the reason why George Lucas sold Star Wars, bro. Because y'all complained to George Lucas. I don't want this. I don't want it. He said,
I want more Mandalorians.
I don't want it.
I want more Mandalorians. I don't want them to hit Mandalorian in the ground. I don't want Mandalorian.
He's asking for more Disney Plus Mandalorian over canon Star Wars. He wants Mandalorian.
You're not going to get it ever, Jody. You're not ever going to get what you want. You're never going to get what you want.
Jedi in the Mandalorian, bro.
Dude, get over it. You're never getting what you want. That is reality. It's reality. So don't ever watch a single Star Wars thing, and vow to me you won't, because you are just going to hate watch it. And you're doing exactly what you're doing to Star Wars. What you preach that people don't do to you. You are coming in with an agenda and hating it before you've even seen it. You're not supporting it. You're not trying. And here is a person coming in. Here is a person coming in trying to do something new that may respect it. We don't even know. And you're telling me he's not going to respect it. That is not cool, Jody. We got to see what he does first. Watching Star Wars movies is actually pretty easy to do. reading Thor comics for a movie you write that you're not even writing. I don't want to read Thor comics. He made it more exciting than Thor comics. Good for him.
I have faith that Star Wars could be revived. I have
to your standards. Not everybody wants your standards.
No. I have someone who deserves it. Let me tell you who my champion is. Your champion is Taika. My champion is Kevin Feige, who built a universe from nothing and made it successful.
My God, you sound pathetic.
Star Wars. Forget.
You were, dude.
Kevin Feige is going to direct
Kevin Feige made.
Feige is the one to fix Star Wars.
Kevin Feige made Hulk. He made Iron Man 2. He made The Incredible Hulk. He made the Fantastic Four movies. Kevin Feige is not indestructible, Jody. John Favreau is who started Marvel. If he didn't make Iron Man, Kevin Feige would have never had a shot to do what he did. Kevin Feige had a vision. Kevin Feige had vision, and I respect the man's vision. And I believe he stuck to it. But Kevin Feige has just, put a bunch of characters out because he got them to sort of see that it works when you connect them. Not all the movies worked. Let's be honest. They don't all work. You know that. You've admitted this.
Right.
All Kevin Feige did, though, was he pioneered that style. And I applaud him for it.
Right now,
I applaud him for it. But you're a disregard. No. Let me finish. I'm going to let you finish. You're disregarding and disrespecting Jon Favreau, James Gunn, the Russo brothers. There were a lot of talented filmmakers and writers who came. Ryan Coogler, they came in and helped make that land what it was. Kevin Feige had a vision. Kudos to him. I'm not dissing him. But for you to say that he now knows Star Wars and can do that, look, I agree. We need someone with a plan. But I want that for my trilogies and the movies they're making. To have a nice one-off film, oh my God, that's refreshing. A nice one-off, like Rogue One style film in different formats and genres. Yes, please. From respected, award-winning, talented, original filmmakers. Yes, please. That's what this brand, if this brand just does Disney fluff, then I agree with you. But here's the opportunity to make something different and potentially special. Not everything needs to be dark and bloody or violent to be successful, Jody. Who cares? Taika Waititi has made heart. That's what Star Wars also needs. If it's not going to go dark, which I would be interested in watch that, then I want something that's going to have heart and have meaning. And he's done that with numerous of his films. And you haven't even watched them, and you're telling me what he's going to do. The
disrespect for Kevin Feige here is atrocious. The way you just belittled this man's whole entire putting. Now you're
sidetracking your argument because this isn't about Kevin Feige. This isn't about Kevin Feige. It's about Taika Waititi, and you're totally distracting and you're spinning. You sound like John Campea right now, Jody. You sound like a little like John. Stay on the topic, Jody. What does this have to do with Kevin Feige? Why are you showboating and sidestepping this? This has nothing to do with him.
Okay, you think I'm showboating and sidestepping? I brought up Kevin Feige because I told you that he's my champion to fix Star Wars, not Taika Waititi. You said I have no faith in Star Wars resurrecting itself. I said, no, you're wrong, Andy. I just don't put my money on Taika. I put my money on Feige. I was contradicting your point that I am hating on Star Wars from getting resurrected.
You think Kevin Feige, who just dropped Phase 4, is infallible? You think Kevin Feige can come in? You think Kevin Feige can come in while he's trying to now deal with Disney Plus, all those shows? He's figuring out how to get Fantastic Four and X-Men in. You think someone can have that much brain energy? Oh, and then he's like, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to build the Star Wars universe too. Are you on drugs? Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, those are the realistic shepherds for Star Wars. And Kevin Feige can come in and make a movie too, or a trilogy potentially, which they said he's going to do. And you know what? Great. Let's see how he does. But to lead Star Wars, he's already doing it, Jody. He's already doing it. We already know he's doing it. And I said, great, I'm into it. Right. But what are we even arguing? This has nothing to do with Feige. Feige can't come in and take over Star Wars, dude. That'd be impossible. How could anyone do two huge brands like that? One's going to suffer.
They gave Feige more precedent in Star Wars than they gave Taika for a reason. He is a proven entity and a valuable commodity to not only the Marvel, but the Disney brand. Way more, tenfold more so than your Taika Waititi, and you cannot argue to the contrary.
Dude, no, I don't. Who said I did? What is your point? Kevin Feige's not a director, dude. Kevin Feige's a producer. What does this have to do with it? Kevin Feige, for all we know, might have hired Taika Waititi. How do you even know that?
I know he did.
But so what is your point?
Oh, not for Star Wars. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But for Thor Ragnarok, yeah, he hired him.
He was responsible for the Thor Ragnarok you don't like. So now suddenly it's okay.
No, that's the infallible point. He's not infallible because he messed up with that Ragnarok shit and going the Disney.
That was not a mess up.
PG-13 route. So Feige has errors, but I'm talking about his overall picture. The MCU is huge precedence of this man's track record, and he could do that same thing for Star Wars a lot more than Feige. I bring that up because there's two people from Marvel that are going to Star Wars to make Star Wars movies, Feige and Taika. My horse is Feige. Your horse is Taika. And in 3 years or 4 years, when the dust settles and both of their films come out, I'm going to rake your shit again because I know that Feige's movie will be better than Taika's.
But you're arguing a producer over director. I don't understand how you can compare the two. You're just so different. Taika Waititi is writing and directing a movie, which I support.
Producer has full control over the film.
But he doesn't write and direct them. His films live or die based on who he hires as the director. And for all you know, this Taika Waititi film is Kevin Feige's Star Wars film. For all you know, like you're just spouting stuff. And it's like, I get it. You like to sometimes put it out there. But what happens then? Will you apologize then? If your Kevin Feige movie is the Taika Waititi movie, what are you going to do? Andy Damas.
Kevin Feige for making a freaking kitty jokey Star Wars. What you think I'm built of, bro? I got no problem with saying I'm wrong. Freak that shit.
Good. Just making sure. Just making sure.
I have in the past.
But see, I'm not going to wreck. Why are we wrecking Kevin Feige for that? Wait. Let's see the movie first. Because a movie can be jokey and still dramatic. Watch Jojo Rabbit and come back to me and tell me that the man can't juggle comedy and drama.
Here's what I think. Here's a prediction. Here's a Jody Dominance for you again. I feel like Jojo Rabbit is a good film. I feel like it's great. I feel it might be a really good movie. But I also know this. I'm going to go watch Jojo Rabbit, review it, and I'm going to come back to you and say, Andy, he's a comedy director.
Okay. Noted.
And that's what I'm saying.
I mean, yeah, he's mostly he's done comedies. I think that's a fair thing to say.
You won't even man up in a
But he won an Oscar.
He's a comedy director.
He won an Oscar for a drama. It is a drama. Jojo Rabbit is a drama. But Jody, he's a comedy director that won an Oscar for writing a drama. So that's how it's more complicated now. Jojo Rabbit made it more complicated.
/comedy. I'll look it up right now, and I bet you it's comedy in the subcategory right now.
Watch the movie. Not just pure drama. That movie was way more dramatic to me than it was funny.
I don't care. I don't care what you think. I know what the fact is. I bet you it's a drama comedy.
I mean, there's jokes in it. But it's like then there's a lot of non-jokes in it. But it's like sort of nervous jokes in it.
Oh my God!
It's sort of trying
to do it around it. Let's find this comedy. Comedy, drama, war film. Game.
Exactly. Who can juggle that and win and get an Oscar win doing those three things? But let's hate on them because that's what's in to do. I don't know. Watch the movies first, Jody, is what I would definitely advise. But
I don't need to though. I don't need that. I could tell by someone what they do when you do not research a Thor film and you say I read a thin one and I said, oh heck no, we're not doing that. I don't like the way they sound. Disrespected, and then the film you made off of that lack of research, your Thor film sucks. So I don't need to watch the entire filmography.
It did not suck. Captain Marvel sucked.
My statement. Can I clarify my statement, Andy?
Sure.
Thor Ragnarok is a good film. Thor Ragnarok is a trash Thor movie.
Okay, I'll accept that. That's fine.
That's what I'm
and you know what?
About.
He didn't write it, Jody. He didn't write it. Do you know what I don't say this to try and talk down to you, but do you understand though the director and the writer have different jobs?
I'm gonna come at you with this. Do you understand that he freaking basically used half that script and went off script for most of that movie?
It doesn't matter. I'm sure there were jokes in the script that he replaced jokes in the script with jokes he wanted to do on set. That doesn't mean they weren't written in the script, Jody.
Bro, that fool was erasing lines and rewriting based on how
he was rewriting dramatic moments during the script. Yes. Then he would have a writing credit. He would. Yes. That's how that works. He doesn't. Eric Pearson, Craig Kyle, and Christopher Yost wrote.
Should get a writing credit.
No, I bet you some of the actors would get the writing credit because they ad-libbed. Not Taika. That's what I'm just trying to make you understand.
No,
that doesn't have anything to do with it. No, I mean, it's just frustrating because you do this a lot. You just assume and say it's fact. I'm not going to let you do that when we're having a debate. You can do it all you want in your videos, but it's not fact.
It's fact.
He did not write the script. He didn't ad-lib and change dramatic moments in a comedy.
I told you he ad-libbed.
Are you
His whole film
saying?
was ad-lib.
Yeah, but he might have the way ad libs work traditionally, and what I'm going to assume he did is you ad lib the jokes. When you get a joke, you ad lib. Try another one. Oh, okay, keep going with that joke. Okay, great. Can we see another joke? If you watch any comedy, Judd Apatow, whatever, Michael McKay, what's his name, Adam McKay. If you watch anybody's outtakes, that's what ad libbing is. They create a scene, and then Larry David, whoever it is, Sacha Baron Cohen. All right, go now, play with it a bit. Cool. You know what the scene is. Now just have some fun. That's what ad-libbing is. That's not removing drama to write comedy. It's rewriting jokes to try a different joke. That's ad-libbing.
That's a minimal take on it. You know that directors can rewrite complete scenes on the fly? Oh, this moment, remember in Thor Ragnarok? When
you are suggesting that he was rewriting dramatic scenes and ad-libbing in comedy. That's what I'm trying to get. Okay, that's what I'm arguing you don't have any evidence of.
Absolutely. When Thor, I'm going to give you a scene that I know he freaking switched up. I know it. I don't know for fact, but this is my huge assumption. When he came on Thor Ragnarok,
thank you for admitting that.
When Thor Ragnarok, he came back to Asgard and he found Loki disguised as Odin, and he had the groups and they were doing the play with Matt Damon and shit, where that was supposed to be the most darkest, the most heart-wrenching scene because of what Loki did to his father, enslaving him like that and playing Thor for a fool at the end of Thor 2. And once we saw it come to fruition in Ragnarok, it was played as a joke. I feel like that was initially written to be a dramatic scene where Thor was pleading to his brother and getting mad at him, probably even fighting him, and having a really huge moment there where Taika was like, I'm not going with this. All right, what's going to happen is you're going to create this joke. We're going to get Matt Damon in here. He probably freaking cast Matt Damon off the fly. I bet you he just bring in Matt Damon and say, come on, you're going to be Matt Damon. And then, all right, now you're going to tin him. You're going to make the hammer hit. And then you're going to make him disguise himself. And you're going to make these, just say something funny. That's exactly what he could do. And that's why I think he did do in a lot of Thor Ragnarok. Directors have that ability.
Yeah, I want to read the quote again because you said you were coming at. So again, I didn't read any. None. I didn't read any. I started reading a few, but I got too overwhelmed, he told the Hollywood Reporter. We looked at Planet Hulk. So he read some. We looked at Planet Hulk, and then the other one was God of Thunder. That's 2, Jody. But we mostly looked at the visual stuff from the comics.
He's lying then.
Okay, now he's lying. This is his quote directly from the Hollywood Reporter. We looked at Planet Hulk.
Quote directly right here.
I have it here. I'm reading it too. We looked at Planet Hulk.
So we have him at 2 different points saying 2 different things?
Well, here's this. So what quote are you having? Do you have the full quote or do you have just a small quote? Where are you reading it from?
Full quote.
Where are you reading it from?
Screen Rant.
Yeah, go to Hollywood Reporter and read the full quote. Let's read the full quote.
Read it.
I'm reading it to you. I didn't really read any. I started reading a few, but I got too overwhelmed. Weike told the Hollywood Reporter when asked about which comics he'd drawn from. We looked at Planet Hulk, and then the other one was God of Thunder. But we mostly took the visual stuff from comics, going through saying, that looks cool, that looks cool. I wasn't taking storyline or characters because my strength is tone and character and dialogue. I also wanted some ownership over the franchise in a way that I couldn't get on the other Marvel franchises. Thor is a franchise that has the least amount of identity, like it sort of doesn't know what it is yet. Facts. Those movies had no idea what they were yet. So I came in saying, well, it could be this, which Kevin Feige let him do, Jody. So I ignored the source material and even the first 2 films and tried to do my own thing. Basically, I just asked myself what a 6-year-old I asked myself what a 6-year-old would want to use to make a movie and then did it. I just did every color we could think of and then tried to balance them. The hard thing was because we were using Jack Kirby's designs, which are so crazy and eclectic, it was hard to make sure the characters stood out from the background. The eye doesn't know where to look. They wanted it to be a departure from what they had done before. Kevin Feige, wanted it to be a departure from what they had done before, direct quote from Taika Waititi. And Chris had wanted to do something that felt less familiar. The secret weapon to all of this was letting Chris to be himself. That's Chris Hemsworth, who is Thor. He is very funny, and that was the part of Thor that was not exploited in the right ways. Also facts from the comics. I know he wanted to do more in the other movies, but there are just so many characters, and the other ones, like Iron Man, have already been established and are a bit stronger. I don't see that as him being disrespectful, Jody. I'm sorry, I don't.
Everything you
Full
just read
context of the
corroborated
quote
exactly what I
does
said.
not scream the whole.
I ignored the source material.
You pull one line like many channels do. Be careful, Jody. The full context offers a lot more respect than you're giving him. I'll be honest. It annoys me.
You're lying right now. Right
no,
on film. You're live.
I'm reading his quotes directly. He read 2 comics. He admits he didn't write it, Jody. He admits that he didn't want to get lost in this.
So you telling me that this motherfucker didn't go to Screen Rant and have a sit-down interview and say these direct quotes? Your quotes are totally different than mine.
Wait, so give me your link if we really got to do this.
Let me go back to Screen Rant where he sat down with Screen Rant and said this in its entirety, not took it out of context.
Can you post? Can you post? No. Post yours so I can read yours, and I just posted mine.
You gotta be really careful, Jody, about what you do.
Post mine. Post mine. He says the same thing. He says how many did you read? He said no. In mine, he says how many did you read? None. I didn't read any. He says it in mine, but then he says I did start reading a few. I got too overwhelmed.
So he didn't read none then.
No, he can do both, Jody, is what my point is. He can read a couple and say, yeah, I didn't really read them all. He read, but he's admitting he read Planet Hulk and God of Thunder.
Where are you going with this? He didn't do his research. He ignored the characters. He said
he did his research. He talks about how he looked at Jack Kirby's designs. His strength is character. His strength is character. And he goes in to say that Kevin Feige wanted him to do something different.
Man, bro, you can't never make a movie then. If you think looking at artwork is doing research, bro, don't make a movie, Andy. What the freak am I hearing right now? Back to the Screen Rant interview.
Can you paste the link, guys? I'd like to read it with you. Can you paste it in the comments?
Yeah. Unbelievable what you're freaking wrecking my sheet right now, Andy. Wrecking my sheet entirely. Oh, my God.
Wrecking shit by pulling facts. Facts. Receipts.
Yeah, click those facts, motherfucker. That's a totally different interview and totally different
Screen Rant is known to steal everything. I never trust Screen Rant, but okay.
Those are his quotes. It doesn't matter where it came from. If they're his quotes, they're his quotes. And it's different than what you said. These are 2 different interviews wherever they are.
I'm trying to make sure.
They're 2 different things because nothing that you said was in my quote. So it wasn't taken from what you just read.
Well, no, but see, you're reading a quote. You're reading a quote without the question in front of it. First off, which I don't like. Where are these coming from?
What the freak does
Director
that matter?
recently conducted an interview with the Empire Film Podcast. So you got to click the link, Jody. That's really what's more important. So I click on that link, and let's get to the full context.
Get to the quote. Get to it.
Yeah, well, I want to find how was that question asked?
It doesn't matter. He said it.
Yeah, well, about but
I can't stand Jews and Mexicans. They drive me crazy. Well, what was the question that they asked him, though? Let's get some context. What the
context
are you
always
talking
matters.
What?
Context always matters.
He said, I didn't read no freaking Thor comics. What does it matter what the context is? He said in this, I did not do research for Thor Ragnarok.
I did not really do my research. I read 1 issue of Thor as my research, not even a graphic novel, one of the thin ones. And by the end of it, I was like, well, we're not doing that. Let's not really look at those anymore. Cool art. I love the art, but I can't stand the way everyone talks. When you look at comic book characters, we don't have anything in common with them, especially not with this rich kid space Viking or his bipolar angry green beast. I agree. So you've got to bring in the situations that all of us have been in. We've all been annoyed about our behavior and felt guilt about that. I agree. And he did great with that.
Those are facts for you.
But again, I gotta see.
Now, is there anything wrong with that, Andy? Those quotes that I took from an art that are out of context.
No, but again, it's not Screen Rant. They're pulling it from a podcast, and I'd love to hear it. I'd love to hear the context
because he told the Hollywood Reporter one thing, and then he told these people another, right?
Yeah, well, we don't know when he did this interview. Is my point of why facts matter. So you're just saying mine's a lie and yours is not. I'm just saying I trust the man on his quote. You're telling me one quote, and I'm telling you a quote he says. So he might have changed the story. He might have done something different. We both could be right, is all I'm trying to say.
Right. We are both right, because he said in both quotes he didn't do his research. He did not really read anything. He said it.
Right, but then he says he did read Planet Hulk and God of Thunder.
No, he did not say he read Planet Hulk.
We looked at Planet Hulk, and then the other one was God of Thunder. But mostly, we mostly took the visual stuff. Yeah, but okay. But are you ignoring the quote I told you? That
show me one thing where he says he read a comic book in that quote. You need to read it again.
Can you read this one, Jody? They wanted it to be a departure.
Don't go there.
What they wanted to do. No, because it's your man Feige.
We're talking about the source.
It's your wait. It's your man Feige, Kevin. Because they. Who else is they? Jody. Who else is they?
I got you.
Who else is they?
I got you in the corner, bro. Don't.
No. Who else is they?
Going nowhere. I got my rubber on. I got the lube in the corner.
I love Jody.
I got the lube in the rubber.
I love having these fights. I miss having these fights. Who's they, Jody?
They is Kevin Feige and Marvel. Let's go back to where I had you at. Come here.
No, I don't. I read it all.
I just got my test results. I'm clean. I ain't got nothing.
As I said at the beginning of this, he didn't write the script. He didn't write the script.
All right, fine.
I said that already, so I don't understand why he would do research when he doesn't need to write the script.
Taika doesn't do research for his movies, and you're trying to defend him.
No. He makes it very clear he looked at the visuals, and that's what the director is responsible for. The director isn't responsible for the words. That's a fact. But can we agree on that? The director is not responsible for the story. That's what a screenwriter does.
For the entire film.
Director does the tone. He does the characters. That's what he's known for. He admits this in the quote.
The director can also do rewrites on set on the fly.
But you wanted him to do more Thor lore. It seems. Am I incorrect? You wanted to have Ragnarok be more done like it was supposed to. Is that fair to say?
Do the character yes.
Okay, so basically he says they, as in Kevin Feige, your man Kevin Feige, wanted it to be a departure from what they had done before. Kevin Feige hired him and told him to do it the way they did it. And Chris, who's the actor in the movie, had wanted to do something that felt less familiar. The secret weapon was letting Chris be more of himself because he's very funny, and that's the part of Thor that was not exploited. Now, I don't know a lot about Thor comics. Everyone educate me in the comments. Am I crazy, or is there a version of Thor in the comics that is sort of more funny and more like out there and like that? They didn't ever really embrace that part of Thor. Now, am I incorrect in that, Jody, or is there actually a funnier version of Thor in versions of the comics?
There is no Thor Ragnarok in the comics like that.
No. Is there a funnier Thor in the comics?
You can find a comic book of every character that has funny.
So in
it's
one
about
way,
the character itself. There is no jokey, nonsensical, don't make no sense, nothing matters Thor. It just doesn't exist.
But all I'm just trying to get at, just so I'm clear, is
electrocute me with a device. How does the God of Thunder get electrocuted with a electrocution gun? Explain that to me.
Well,
that only comes from you not doing research.
That's the
How you going to electrocute the God of Thunder?
But Jody, that's the script. Now, I'll give you this. You're right. A director could say, well, wait. I did my research, and that doesn't make sense. You're right. But I assumed he was just trusting the screenwriters. He's like, well, they did the research.
He trusts the screenwriters because he didn't know anything about Thor because he didn't do the research.
Well, sure. So I'm not disputing that, but I'm going off of what his boss, Kevin Feige, who's your man, let him do. Is that not fair too?
Yeah. Feige is definitely a part of it as well. I gave him heat in the past, bro. Like I've got at Kevin Feige for the Ragnarok fiasco. It's just not. I don't put it all on Taika.
So anyway, we went on a huge tangent. We went on a huge tangent on Ragnarok, but you're betting on Feige, who clearly has failed. But Taika Waititi just came off an Oscar movie. You just admitted he does things you don't like always. Correct?
Yes.
He's failed at times too. Yeah, everybody does. Exactly. Thank you. So I'm just saying he's failed too, and so he's not perfect. So his Star Wars movie could be a failure, but I have faith in it.
I can't. It's hard to call that a fail. He didn't fail. He just messed up. He didn't fail.
We all mess up. I guess failure might be hard. Iron Man 2 was a failure. I don't like Iron Man 2. Captain Marvel, I guess financially wasn't a failure, but I didn't like that one. But anyway, Thor: Dark World, I would argue, is a pretty big failure too. And why they wanted to go a different direction and not go down the way you wanted, because Thor: Dark World tried to be with Malekith and all the ethers, and dude, I didn't give a crap about any of that stuff. If that's what, I don't know, Ragnarok, like you do, I would have tuned out. I've been like, I don't care. I'm not invested enough in these characters to go do the destruction of Asgard justice. I'm glad they went with the buddy picture.
Too. I was laughing during Ragnarok. It was funny. But it's like, dang, you're giving me something that I like, which is to laugh, but not what I came for, which was for Thor. Which was to see this great emotion, to see Hela, the goddess of death, in those trailers was absolute fire. She's supposed to be serious.
Kate Blanchett, I thought was great.
But it was just her character was just so panned over with all the jokey. If she was in something more serious, her act, I think, feel like her acting would have really came out even more. Like she was so ready to give that amazing acting dark performance. She did a little bit, but I just feel like the tone of Ragnarok drowned out her character, in my opinion. It could have been better if it was a more serious film.
So so we're back to, and I want you guys to vote because we just kept this as the main fight. Well, we can talk about the other stuff since we did a lot of drama in the beginning. I'll go a little bit longer, but my point being, we talked about, it seems to be where we're stuck is you are still stuck on the fact that he's going to bring too much humor to this universe, and you don't want that. You want it to go more serious. Is that a fair sort of summary of where you stand?
No,
and you
not
don't trust
really
that you don't trust that he'll look into the source material.
Yeah, it's that. That's what's got me scared. And it's not so much his jokes that have me scared. It's the fact that he doesn't take the universe and the characters seriously to make a film. I mean, no, I don't want him to do that. No.
Well, and so my take on it is I don't know yet because he hasn't actually told us. But what I do know is I've seen more of his films, and I don't mean that to knock you, but I'm curious if you watch the films what you think, because I liked them. I think they're all full of heart. They're all and Jojo Rabbit showed he can do dramatic, but I want my Star Wars to be more fun or full of heart than I want them to be dramatic. That's just me. That's where we differ.
Star Wars needs to go the Game of Thrones route and stop playing. Game of Thrones, Star Wars with a whole bunch of lightsaber battles and action. That's how you fix the universe, not with jokes and lighthearted moments.
See,
no.
Yeah, they should do like a dark series for like HBO, but the problem is they can't because it's owned by
No,
Disney.
the main series needs to be like Game of Thrones, just not rated R. It needs to be heavy dialogue, heavy mythos, heavy politics, heavy stakes.
But see, I don't disagree with you, but the masses don't want that. They don't.
They want it. They want it.
No,
they just don't know.
That's
they
the
want
diehard fans. They don't. Your dude.
They want it.
Dude, Joe Schmo in Idaho, he doesn't care about all the myth. I'm not speaking for everybody, but I'm just saying the commercial going public who buys the popcorn and wants to see a big blockbuster, they don't care about much about it. There's way more people in the world that don't know the lore of Star Wars. Well,
then if Star Wars is all about lighthearted fun and jokes, then I need to be up out of here, man. I need to ride off into the sunset and leave Star Wars in my.
But I don't think it has to be It's just I think full of heart.
It's not for me then. If that's what it is, it's not for me.
Some jokes full of heart, good story. That's what I think Mandalorian was. And now look, Mandalorian could totally go south. I'm not denying that. They could totally beat that into the ground and hurt it and start making it a cameo of the week.
Into the ground. Get ready
That's
for
possible.
The next mascot.
But I got to give it props for what it did in season 1. It was good. It was solid. Favreau, Deborah Chow, Filoni, they all stepped up and they gave me faith in Star Wars
like
again.
It's an A show. It's not an A show. It's a B show.
I don't know.
They're talking about it like it's the greatest thing since sliced bread. It's a baby Yoda.
It's a B+, I would say, of a start, which to me is good enough and it's surprising for Star Wars to go that high out the gate. But Bunda, I think I saw some comments. Bunda, we want lightsabers fights, dude. I wanted that in Rogue One. I was the reason I got so annoyed with Rogue One was because it felt too serious, and it just took itself too seriously for me with a bunch of lore filling up a plot hole.
It didn't even have lightsabers in it, bro.
But that was my point. They had this opportunity at the end where Darth Vader shows up and he's allowed to be there. They figured out this that's part of the timeline. We're like, oh crap, we can show Darth Vader pretty much in his prime and just wreck stuff on the beach, and they didn't go there. They're like, yeah, we'll just have this little scene in a hallway, which was cool. But my God, why didn't they have that finale? Darth Vader blowing them all up and then walking off and having somebody go up against him and lose or tries to do something that seems like a small win, but then they killed off all the characters anyway. You had this amazing opportunity to have him in the sand, no less, frustratingly in the sand, laying waste to all the people there in a war scene, and they didn't even do it. And so like that,
he was supposed to be on that beach fighting them on the ground, showing us who Vader is,
and it would have been amazing. It would have been amazing.
Wasted opportunity.
And they wrote it to a point where it would have made sense to the movie, and instead they chose, we'll have her walk up a satellite dish and have her. Oh,
that was a reshoot, by the way. I know that he was on that beach. I know they cut it out.
I thought it was the other way around. They put him in the hallway as the reshoot. I heard he wasn't in it, and then they did the hallway scene because they're like, well, crap, why didn't we put Vader in this? That's what I heard.
Okay. Well, this is what I'm saying. Like right now, Disney ain't shit because they be having all these reshoots and they don't never show them in the DVD and Blu-ray. That's bullshit, Disney. They vault that shit and tuck it away like the freaking, the Ark of the Covenant and shit. Nah, show that deleted footage in the bonus scenes of the DVDs that you charged me $35 for. God dang, freaking Disney! You in the vault.
Just to be clear, because I see a lot of commenters, yeah, of course I want some cool lightsaber duels. But the problem is I got them a lot in the prequels, and they started bleeding together. And they weren't. I just didn't think they were done as well. Now
You didn't get them enough in the prequel.
That doesn't mean they couldn't do them cooler and better now, with which I hope they do. And now with the dark saber coming out at the end of Mandalorian, they're implying we will.
We haven't begun to see good choreography with a lightsaber yet.
I agree.
Imagine the amazing stuff they could do with karate choreography, force, and lightsaber.
But they do it in the games, right? The game, because I haven't played the games.
Right.
The games do it.
Come on, put that shit in a movie. You know what I'm saying? Make that shit fire.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree. There's a missed opportunity for that, for using the Force in a cool, darker way. Absolutely. Yes. So if that's what you're talking about, okay, I like that. But that doesn't mean Taika can't go there. Jojo Rabbit goes dark, and Jojo Rabbit now has proven with both Mandalorian and Thor he can do action. Now, all of those scenes, like choreographed, that's all a stunt team.
You can do action?
I'm
sorry, Thor Ragnarok didn't have good action either.
Stunt teams and cinematographers can work wonders while you focus on story and characters and tone. So my point is that's where he can go. So this movie, now if Taika was making his own new trilogy, I could see more of your part, but you haven't changed my mind to end this subject. You haven't changed my as a standalone theatrical experience of doing another one-off movie. No, but as a one-off, no, you did a little bit, because I hear what you're saying. I'm revealing, yes, okay, I'm open to that dark thing, but that's the trilogy, right? That should be the next big world we build. What I'm trying to say is you can't change my mind, and what I'm trying to pitch you one last time is as a standalone, because Star Wars said they're going to do one standalone and then work on their trilogies. If they actually made a standalone, cool, funny, or heartfelt, fun standalone adventure in the Star Wars universe, what is the harm in that, Jody?
There's no harm in it.
Taika Waititi can deliver that. That's all I've been saying.
I'm about.
That sounds good. In fact, give
me
that.
I'm about nipping it in the bud. I don't want it to, because I already know how Disney works. Once they see something works, they double down, triple down when they shouldn't. I guarantee you, if it's the funniest, if I'm right, and it's just a joke, it's just full of jokes. It has some heart in there that you say and all that blah blah, but it makes $1 billion. Get ready for him to be the new director of the trilogy.
Right, but if we liked it, then isn't that a good thing?
See, you guys will like it. That's what I'm saying. You guys are blind. You guys are puppets. You guys are blind. The MCU formula is like crack. Flashy lights, CG, and jokes, and it automatically makes $1 billion. Captain Marvel made $1 billion. I think Iron Man 3 made $1 billion.
You don't. Part of you doesn't think Disney bought some of those Captain Marvel tickets. I've heard that's conspiracy theory.
Yeah, I think so. Heck yeah, but still it made $1 billion, man. How, bro? How?
Because Marvel, because people just make billion? Yeah, because Disney knows how to create brands. God. They do.
No, it's the MCU formula. Jokes, lightheartedness, not a lot of dire stakes and violence, so families can go and enjoy it. PG status.
Yeah, I got 3 kids. I know how that works. I want them to be able to go to those movies too, but I want to have my own stuff. I watch an Ozark right now to get my adult fix, and it's great.
Yeah, stuff like that.
So I get you. We all need it, but and sure, it would be nice if they did a Logan style Star Wars movie. Absolutely. Why can't they do that in some sort of offshoot, Hulu, whatever? Why not? It's so silly, but they won't. Is what I tried to tell you in the beginning. You're never going to get that real dream you want. So yeah, you just should give up on it all, because you're not gonna get it. Now, like I said, I think you could get standalone movies with heart. You could get a cool standalone action movie. To me, standalone Star Wars movies done right is a good direction, especially if it's something new and original, taking chances in the world of that. Especially, dude, I would be up for a funny standalone Stormtrooper one-off if it's done well by someone funny and it's actually funny.
Yeah, but
sure,
I feel like
cool. Give it to me.
Don't you feel like that's bad timing? Shouldn't we get our main sheet together first before we start to do these one-off stories about Stormtroopers?
I can see where I see where you're coming from that, but I guess my last pitch to you and to the audience, and then we'll have you guys vote. And if you have any comments, send them in now. I'll keep staling it, but otherwise we'll just jump over to Twitch. I will. What I was going to say though is I want anybody who's interested and has a good story to tell. I want someone who's passionate about an idea they have in that world, and I want to see them let Kathleen Kennedy let them do it and stop telling them what to do. Because the failure to me in Star Wars is Kathleen Kennedy hiring these really talented directors and then not letting them make their movies. That to me is the bigger thing that's going on over there. So if they brought Taika Waititi in, who I think they sort of at this point got to let him do what he wants to do because they've had too many firings, then great, let's see it. And everybody wants to be in bed with Taika Waititi right now. And he's made one hit movie. Let's be honest. He's made one hit movie, which was Thor in the Marvel world. His other movies aren't. I mean, Jojo Rabbit did pretty well.
Jojo Rabbit?
It made money.
Right?
It did make money. I mean, it wasn't $1 billion, but yeah, I guess it did make profit and it got Oscars. So that upped him even more because now it's like he's respected and he can do blockbusters. When a director can do both of those, and you know that puts them on a new stratosphere where every studio in town. He's doing Akira. And then he's supposed to do this Roald Dahl thing for Netflix. He's working all across the board and with multiple studios because he's in demand. Because he's making good stuff right now. Now, could that go out the window? Absolutely. We'll see. But all I'm saying is I have faith in. I like the original creative vision. Go ahead. Yes, sir.
Did you know that Taika Waititi was in Green Lantern? He was his best friend.
Yeah, I did remember that. He's also in. Was it Free Guy? Yeah, I think he's in Free Guy. He's funny. He's a cool, funny actor. Fly the Conchords. He's done a lot of funny stuff. I liked. Was it Flight versus Eagle or Eagle Bear or whatever it was? I like Wilder People and JoJo are two strong movies he's made that I respect.
I'm gonna watch JoJo, see what JoJo talking about. I've been had that on my list.
Yeah, I won't say anything, but I'm curious what your review is. Some people are already trying to say, yeah, the comedy overshadows the drama. I appreciate. It was like Life is Beautiful. Do you remember that one with Roberto Benigni?
Yeah.
I love that movie, and to me,
that's a good movie.
It falls in line with that. It's like, yeah, there's some funny. It definitely is trying to make light in a very heartbreaking drama, and the fact that it could juggle them to me was really impressive.
I like them.
So I'm curious to see what Jody's doing. So go review that for everyone to tune in. Well, there we go. I want to go through some of the super chats that did come through that I missed, a couple of them. And if you guys have any others, send them over. Now is your chance. Here we go, though. I saw some commenters. And vote, really quick, vote. Jody or Andy, who won that debate? Peace and love, Jody. You already asked that. Hold on, refresh this one. I know a few came in as I was talking. Really quickly, peace. No, they didn't come through. Oh, because they were super chats. I can't see them here on. Oh, there we go. Super chats. Mandalorian is just a meme from Bunda. Baby Yoda. Thank you for that. Bunda again. Yeah. We want lightsaber fights. Thank you. Christian Black. Read the Thor comics, Andy. Okay. I won't, but I thank you for telling me to. Just gotta be honest. Knock Shadow, thank you again. Make Thor like Prince Vegeta. Is that Dragon Ball match?
Vegeta.
Yeah, Vegeta. Gritty, some humor, who loves his warrior race. Thor, where's your Saiyan pride? Saiyan, this is Dragon Ball stuff, right? Yeah, I mean, I don't watch that. I mean, Asgardian pride. So Knock Shadow wants to go Dragon Ball direction.
Jody's motherfreaker.
No
Look
time.
At all those Jodys,
I'm with Jody on
go.
This. Jody, take the L. JoJo won, writing mocking Hitler. Waika is the clown version of Roundhead Johnson from Tony Tusha. Okay, thank you. K-Dots, let me keep it 100. I'm about respect, and I unsubbed for... Oh, I already got that. You were welcome. Okay, I think we got everything. And then as the votes come in... Damn, Jody, yeah, you're getting a lot of votes.
Look at them Jody's motherfucker.
I
told you I was going to come in here and put that wreckage down. I told you.
Well, it's a lot of your fans showed up, and they're all being vocal. Wait, no, 1, 2... There's 1, 2... One Jody, 4 Andys. And then we have a Jody, Andy, 6 Andy, Jody, 6, 7 Andy, 8 Andy, 8 Jody. It's pretty closer than don't lie. It's pretty close.
It's gonna get wreckage.
Yeah, it's hard. Now it's Andy, Jody, Andy, Jody, Andy, Jody, Andy, Jody, Andy, Jody, Jody, Andy, Jody, Andy. I can't keep track. Andy,
I'm at the last 20. I'm at the last 20.
Andy, Jody. That's.
Hey, you cannot keep. Look at this motherfucking troll.
Oh, don't do it more than once. Don't do it more than once.
Spamming it.
I didn't count those last 3 at the end. Didn't count those last 3. Crazy Uzo though. Andy with the eyes. Andy. Sorry, Jordy. Andy. These are all new people. These are different people. XACI. Stop saying it. Come on. Scott Poole. These are different people. Look at all this. So, Jody, I'll agree. It's a tie. How's that? It's a tie. We'll accept it. Certain people on. I won't try and go and count them. Someone can do that for me. Chris, are you watching? Anybody? That's too hard to count. There's too many repeats now. Now they're just repeating. It's wow. Poll. It's really coming all over the place.
We have a poll right now.
Yeah, put it. I'll put it on who on
Have
Twitter.
Your moderator. Shabuizi knows how to do a poll.
On can they? Yeah, go for it.
Shabuizi will go make a poll. He'll put the link in the comment section. Then everyone in your comment section clicks the link, votes. And
that way you get one vote. Okay, we could do that quickly. If anybody has a comment or question you want to send over, we can go do that. Is he on that? Cool. Thank you. Yes, please do that. He's on that shit. Jody's like, F that. I want to win.
No, I'm just saying for the future, you might as well.
I made a poll. Yeah, I can make a poll. All right, cool. Go for it if you can. Send me the link. Tag me and I'll make sure I share it out to everybody. All right, and then so let's do one more.
Oh, K-Dot already made it. It's in the chat right now. Click
okay.
it.
Okay. Oh,
K-Dot's already there. Shout out to K-Dot, bro.
Thank you, K-Dot. There it is. Got it. I'll copy it too and send it
Who won?
myself.
There we go.
Let's see.
And they could do like a window. I don't know if you could do a window capture. I don't know.
Hold on. Stop moving thing. All right. We're cooling down for a second while we get this because that was a heated hour-long fight. Damn.
Yeah, that's right. There we go. There we go. Bring them results up in this mother freaker.
All right.
Bro.
You guys can vote there. I just tweeted out myself.
Put them Jody votes in.
You only get one vote. Go vote. I'm voting for myself. Wow. Yeah. Okay. So far, it's tight.
Yeah, there we go. Put them. That's right, mother freaker. Too many points.
It's live.
Too many facts.
We got a live poll happening. Look at this straw poll.
Live poll. Too many facts for him,
Come
bro.
on. Can you vote more than once?
Is.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, you can.
Jody vote.
You can just vote more times. Oh no, I can't.
No,
Okay.
you can only vote once.
Okay, good. All right, let's go, guys. 60. Jody so
Yeah,
far
there
way to
it
miss
is
the
right
poll.
there.
Here's your opportunity, guys. What's going on?
Go.
Let's
Go.
get this in there. Whoa.
Logic, baby. That's right. Ain't no Jody. It wasn't close. Let's go. Come on. They showing you right. Oh, they showing you. They showing you right now.
I was just
Put them
waiting.
Jody votes, man.
Get it. Hold on. Where's the? Yeah, 50.
Non-biased.
It's a little.
There she
You're
go.
winning
Ooh.
by 5 votes.
Yeah,
Currently, you're winning by 5 votes. There it
They
is.
made other counts.
Exactly.
votes.
Jody
Come on, man. Come on now.
How did it know? Oh, because it's from an IP
That was
address.
close.
Oh, that was cool.
Now it's close. People want to they want to make it closer and they want to spam. Y'all know what's up, man.
Yeah.
know what's up.
Wow. Now it's but you're winning by 4 votes now. But you can only vote once. Last chance to go in there, poll. Everyone go vote.
Last
Come
chance.
on, click on this. Let's just do it. Be
Those
genuine.
Jody votes,
If
man.
I lost, I will admit I lost. Go to the straw poll. I just linked it again in the comments, live comments. Let's see where this goes. Give Jody or me the point. Do you want Taika Waititi based off our arguments? Do you want to see what Taika Waititi does in the Star Wars universe, or should he stay away? That now is your opportunity.
That's right.
So let's go quick because I'm not going to make this its own video because I don't think people care. But while we wait,
Are
I'll
there-
check back. Now go vote. Oh, it's really close.
you
It's
conceding? Are
one
you
away.
conceding yet?
It's one away from we're one away from being equal.
We are. Oh, let me go back in there. Shoot, let me check.
All right, now you got 2 votes. Now it's 2 votes. It's close to being the tie.
Come
as
on,
I
y'all.
said.
Put them Jody votes up in there.
Oh,
What's going
no,
on?
oh, 50-50. 50-50.
It was ranking. It's 51
Told
50.
you.
50. Oh,
Told you. Told you.
shoot.
Told you it was 50-50. Bam.
Oh man, they came after like, oh, let me go ahead and vote because Andy's losing.
Oh yeah,
Let me
that's
go
what it
ahead and
was.
vote.
Based off the arguments,
Home court advantage.
50-50, exactly what as I called it. There it is. I refreshed it again. We are 50-50 in the polls. Jody, what do you think of that?
I'll take that. Fine.
You can say people are like, I'm gonna give my burner phone to go vote. Oh, I didn't even think of that. I could do it on my phone too. No, don't cheat. That's not fair. Really quick, Bright promised to do this one. Bright is coming back.
The Will Smith,
why?
David Ayers.
Why? Why is this coming back?
I didn't even think it made that much money.
Louis
though.
Leterrier is doing Bright 2 with Will Smith and Joel Egerton. The film will reteam him, blah, blah, blah. He's going to direct it. The sequel 2017. David Ayer was attached to direct it, but is not because he's now rewriting a Dirty Dozen remake. Just exactly what we need, more remakes. Dude, Bright sucked.
Yeah, it was
It's weird.
It was I
remember
Yes, it was
a name from the past, Max Landis, used to be on Movie Fights, and now I don't know what's going on with him now. But anyway, back in the day when he worked at Movie Fights, and I didn't know anything was going on, and I don't know what's going on with him now. But he got pushed out for some other things and let him defend himself. But back when he was on Movie Fights, I remember him telling, because he wrote Bright and he made a lot of money writing Bright. And I remember when he came in, he was so excited because he had built this whole new world and told us all about it. And what Max pitched us sounded 100 times better than what we got. David Ayer came in, rewrote it all, changed it up, made it all like this super dumb, gritty drama, cop drama. But what Max had made was more closer to what Onward was, but more dark. Like the trolls didn't like the elves, and there was warring classes, and it was like real world of like a fantastical world where all types of people were there fighting and warring with each other, and drug lords, and the trolls were the drugs. And it was a fascinating, interesting idea that he was all excited because he's like, I know this can become a huge franchise, blah, 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 blah. And then David Ayer came in and changed it all, just like he did Suicide Squad. Or now he's arguing. Have you heard David Ayer is now arguing for the Ayer cut of Suicide Squad because he's clearly jealous of Zack Snyder.
God, man, he tucked his tail in and ran when his film came out. He disowned his film, took the L, and now he's coming back.
Yeah, well,
what a coward! That just shows why I don't like him, man.
Maybe we'll do that. I'll do that on the after show. But anyway, am I crazy? I'm just curious. I'm just letting the poll have one more chance. Did you like Bright? Does anyone like Bright?
Shit. Like, there's people that like it though, but bro, that movie was not. It wasn't good.
No,
I would say it was okay. At the best, it was okay.
It was good because I like Will Smith. Will Smith's a movie star to me. I enjoy, even when he's in a bad movie, I still enjoy him.
Tell me you didn't see that Bright thing coming in Will Smith from the beginning of the film.
He was a Bright. Yeah. No, of course. That was obvious.
I saw that coming a mile away. It's so predictable, but I don't know, man. I think Joel Edgerton was better than Will Smith in my opinion. I like Joel Edgerton, the elf.
Yeah,
more than I like.
I did too. I thought he was good, but there wasn't enough of that for being in this cool premise of the fantastical world. It wasn't enough. It became just a generic cop movie that I'm like, well,
it doesn't feel like a different world, a fantastical world at all. It just feels like a elf going along with you with a cop film. Yeah, like you said, it's just.
So anyway,
how are they getting a part 2? They got to be a real low budget, bro.
Well, the speculation here in Deadline, which is smart, is because they are thanking Will Smith because Will Smith, if you recall, it's true. Will Smith came in, he started this sort of trend of actors coming to Netflix, and so this is sort of a thank you, I think, offer to Will Smith to make Will Smith feel like he has a hit. And that he's wanted by Netflix because I'm sure he is.
That's kind of reached to thank Will Smith.
I think this is we want to be in business with Will Smith. We want him back for more movies. So sure, he wants a Bright. Okay, sure, Will. Great. We'll give you money for a Bright 2. So it seems like you're in another hit franchise. I absolutely think, and it did okay for them. I'm sure this will do okay for them again. And why not have 2 of the same movies? It helps them have a franchise under their library, which Netflix needs desperately. And maybe this one's better and gets them opportunity to do 3. Hell, Extraction's already working on a sequel with Joe Russo. So Netflix is ready to, but Extraction had way more viewers. This was a couple years ago though, so they've earned a lot of subscribers since then. And now everyone has Netflix because we're all under lockdown. But anyway, there's not much of a war here, I guess. This could make money though. It could be, it could be better. Let's look on the bright side because he's a bright now. Side. He has ability. Do you see what he did there? Oh yeah. I gotta call that when I hear it. It's a good one.
Yeah, I meant to say that. So he has his bright powers now, so maybe he'll be more fantastic and superhero-y, maybe because he's unlocked who he is. He knows who he is, and now we could go. They need to take away that freaking gridiron cop element to it though, and make it more fantasy though, bro. You had gangbanger elves and shit. Bro. That shit was weird, bro. I don't know what the freak was going on. I'll watch it because it's on Netflix, but who wanted this? Who thought of this? Who cares, right?
Yeah,
I don't think we care.
I definitely care. But
it's just something to watch because Netflix is swimming in money.
You know what I do care about? That I won the poll, 51%.
Oh, that's all. Closed it already. We closed it already. We already agreed. We closed it. Your fans are coming through there.
No, I wasn't delaying to see if I could. Chris text me like, Andy, you won.
And
good job, Alfred.
It's delayed. You
can still have a chance. All right, I'm going to take any questions. We'll do a. You ready for the John Campea segment of the show? We'll answer some questions that come in, but only if you pay for them. Because he only interacts with his fans if you pay for it. But hey, I'm the jerk who's a hater. But thank you, Just Your Average Joe. If for real, if you send in a comment, I'll stick around for a minute and answer your questions quickly with Jody.
Where you from, Hammy?
Just Your Average Joe. We need a Vader movie. Who's your director? Ooh. I mean, we could have had a Vader movie. Why wasn't Rogue
Vader
One?
Or old Vader? What's the thing?
Why wasn't Rogue One a Vader movie, Jody? That you're with me on that. That was a complete missed opportunity. Correct?
I hate Rogue One. I hate it. It wasn't a Vader movie because I don't freaking know. Kathleen Kennedy, bro. Shoot. They had to make it about the girl. They didn't want Darth Vader to overshadow Jaren Urso or whatever freak her name is, female lead. So they took Vader out of there because he took too much attention.
Yeah, don't disagree.
That's what I'll say.
And but as for the Vader movie, a
lot of people could direct a Vader movie. I mean, are we talking about prime Vader? Are we talking about old?
When would Vader be out there actually doing damage on a battlefield? That's
Order 66. After Order 66, after he said go kill the remaining Jedi, when Vader went to go hunt the Jedi wherever they were hiding and killed them. That is primetime Vader. So I would say a year after Episode 3 is when Vader is an absolute savage.
So he's really young. It's Hayden Christensen Vader.
Hayden Christensen Vader. Yes.
That
Fresh
I
off
would, I would
Padme's death.
see now. I wish because what I like about Obi-Wan potentially is I love that Deborah Chow's coming because I thought she did fantastic episodes. She seems to be a fan. She's really paying attention to details and doing it right. If someone like that came in and do it, because Obi-Wan's going to be like a standalone, just quick little mini series. If they were to do that once in a while and did like a Vader, like you just said, that phase where it's like a 4-episode Vader series where he goes and it's a little bit more intense. But you're right, on Disney it won't be as intense probably as it needs to be.
No, it will not. It has to be.
So
a film.
that's valid. But that would be sick. And then I just saw. Thank you, David, for sending David another fellow investor level. Thank you, David. As always.
Yeah.
Bright would have been better as a 10-episode series, so we could learn the world and why it was how it was. I agree. Again, that's what Max. That's what Max wrote. Right? And I saw someone else hating on Max's writing. Look, Max's stuff always seemed to get written or wasn't always great. I didn't like American Ultra as much or the Victor Frankenstein, but he always would complain, well, that's not what I actually wrote it as. So who knows? I liked Chronicle. I did like Chronicle. I thought it was a cool idea. But I liked what Max pitched a lot. Max was a really good pitcher. He pitched a really cool Pokemon movie too that Detective Pikachu took parts of. But his vision of Bright was similar to what you're saying, David. A mini series, I think, could have been a cool approach to try and keep it going, to try and make it build the world out. But then the movie would have had to change because it couldn't have been just a dumb cop drama. I think that's where the mistake was. But Boonda, thank you, Boonda. Darth Vader did overshadow Jyn Erso. All anyone talks about in Rogue One is the final Vader scene. That movie is nothing but fan service. Caca. That's what I say with my kids. Caca dookie. Caca dookie.
Straight Duke.
Straight Duke. Duke.
What director would I get? I'll just throw one out there. Man, I like him right now, and I think he has the ability. Freak it. Mel Gibson, let's go.
Whoa.
Mel Gibson, man.
Whoa.
He's one of the best directors in Hollywood that doesn't get his respect anymore because of his past. I love Mel Gibson. He has a flawless track record. His score is like 6-0. He does not have a bad movie to his name. That dude is a fantastic director.
I'm not going to knock the guy. He made mistakes. He's owned up for him. I think he's earned the right to come back. Absolutely. He's a good director that I think would make a cool. Look, I mean, what was the one he just did? The other war movie he just did.
Hacksaw Ridge, baby. Yeah, she was fire.
I didn't love some of the script, but yes, that action was too. It was almost
How long
too
have
gory.
You been dead, soldier? I'm going to call you Ghoul from now on.
But that last sequence, my God, it was just torture. But yeah, if he were to do that sort of a Disney-fied, less bloody version of that, which you could pull off, because when you saw somebody off with one of these, it would stop the blood. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it would cauterize. It doesn't have to be rated R.
It doesn't have to be bloody. You can still. They've cut off limbs and heads in the movies, so you can go there and do it justice. And so, dude, I would sign up for that. As for Mel Gibson's an interesting choice. Disney will never get in bed with Mel Gibson.
Dream.
But James Mangold doing like a Logan effect could be pretty cool. I like Mangold is up in fire right now. Christopher McQuarrie is doing cool stuff. I like his sequences in Mission Impossible. He could be interesting. I'm trying to think of something more. I'm more out there because it's like you go like I don't know if I go for a dramatic director they can't handle the action. Could you get like this Chad Stahelski who did John Wick to come in and do like a legit action-oriented Vader movie? I would sign up hell for that. I would love that. Yeah.
What about Quentin Tarantino? You think he can handle something like that? I think he could.
I think he would focus too much on the dialogue, and we would lose the action. And I think in a movie like that, I would be interested.
I think about Kill Bill, and I'm like, man, he could do it.
It's a lot of talking. I mean, I think about Dusk Till Dawn, which he wrote. So he can do it.
Yeah, that's some action too. Yeah.
But I don't know. I think nowadays he's sort of he's a little. I'm Quentin Tarantino.
He was supposed to do Star Trek, right? Then he jumped off the wagon. Remember,
I imagine that would have been more of a drama, but with some blood and stuff. He was making R-rated.
People sitting in chairs.
I don't know if he could have done the action, but I hope they have that script and he's allowed to get someone else to do it. Because look, some of the best Tarantino movies weren't directed by Tarantino. True Romance and From Dusk Till Dawn, Natural Born Killers. Those are fantastic movies too that were all done by different directors. So someone could take this. I mean, I'm just saying, I put them up there. True Romance is awesome. I love Natural Born Killers too. I think Oliver Stone killed that one. Dusk Till Dawn is just a blast. But is it the best? Look, I'd put him up. I'd put him up there across a couple of other ones. Over Hateful Eight, I didn't like that much. I gotta watch Inglourious Bastards again. I didn't love it the first time, but everyone tells me it's so much better the second time. So I'm gonna give it justice. Those are good ones. Todd Phillips interesting. Todd Phillips on Vader, but I need to see him do more action. But again, you can always say, what about Patty Jenkins? There you go. Someone suggesting that for a dark.
Yeah, she could do that for sure.
It'd be cool to see her go dark. All right. Well,
stay on that DC sheet. You can get them DC right. Patty over there.
Yeah, keep that going. She's already working on Wonder Woman 3. I saw in some new report. They're already trying to make.
Well, she's not going to direct. I don't think she's going to direct Wonder Woman 3. She will come up with a storyboard and the story for it and stuff and guide. But I don't think she will not direct Wonder Woman 3 herself. So
because she wants to do something else, you think, or why? Why not just own that trilogy?
I'm thinking because Warner Brothers and her have their eye on Superman. That's what I think. I think Patty Jenkins will direct the next Superman film.
I hope that's true because they need to figure that out.
Bring that into existence.
I would love that. I want a good Superman film, and I think she did a great job with Wonder Woman. That is an interesting sign. Scott Poole, thank you, Scott. I think if they do a story of a villain, Vader really has nowhere to go. I would rather see a movie series about Grand Admiral Thrawn, for example. Yeah, he's from Clone Wars, right? Or is it Rebels? Thrawn?
I didn't watch the.
I'm behind. I'm just starting, so I'm behind on all that. I just learned that when you watch Clone Wars, you have to watch the right order. I didn't even know this. Did you know this? Fans, as I went on Twitter, say I'm going to start Clone Wars. They're like, oh, you got to make sure you follow this guideline. There's an official guideline, because they made the show out of order.
There's a couple of Clone Wars too.
Weird. Well, there's the movie, and then there's the Samurai Jack guy made one.
Yeah.
But the real Clone Wars, which just ended last night, which everyone said was pretty good. I don't know. I don't know Grand Admiral Thrawn. I'm still behind. I think they're from Rebels. Yes, thank you. I'm pretty positive.
Yeah, I don't watch Rebels.
And they just made some book about him too, if I recall. I try to keep track of it, but I haven't watched or read it all. But yeah, sure. I know a lot of fans like him. People who are fans of Star Wars think he's a great character. You really don't think, Scott, you really don't think they could do a Vader standalone 3-part, 4-part series of him going after Jedi and figuring out how to become
not a film.
Yeah, but a film's got to be 90 minutes or 2 hours. I'm talking about a 3 or 4 hour miniseries where we get to really get in there and watch him on the hunt. He's been learning how to be Vader.
Unless it's on HBO, I would say no, because they're the only ones with the muscle and the ability and the budget. It has to look good, bro, and you're only gonna look good when you get a $150-200 million and a 2-hour film. That's what I need. That's what he deserves. Plus,
yeah, I don't know.
Need to keep Vader alive.
Mandalorian looks pretty good. I don't think it looks like a TV show. That stuff they're doing in the round is crazy. So I don't know. It
absolutely looks like a TV show. It feels small. It feels so small scale.
Dude, they have upgraded television like crazy. Did Game of Thrones the last season Game of Thrones feel like a TV show to you?
No, those felt like films.
Yeah, I think Mandalorian and that are the same regard. I think they're in the same place.
No, absolutely not. No, heck no. Mandalorian's good. But Mandalorian film's like a film to me? No. You can see those sets look all small.
Dude, some of those Dragon FX look cheesy. You could tell in the
Mandalorian episode where they were in the ship, all those hallways were the same. They just shot them differently.
No, I was wrong. They didn't do that. It's all in that 3D set, which is crazy. Anyway, there's a making of Mandalorian that I'm excited to watch that Disney just put out. Episode 1 went out yesterday. I haven't had a chance to watch it, but I'm gonna check it out. All right. Well, thank you guys for sending in support.
Thanks everybody.
I'm gonna head over to Twitch. I'll answer some more of your questions. We'll John Campy it up. We'll Campy it up where you guys can chat and I'll answer any questions. I'm gonna keep dissing that because I think that's funny. Because someone reminded me Andy, I love you because you don't require me to always pay to ask a question. It's yeah, of course I'm gonna try and get you to do that, but of course, did Lewis show me the story where he's someone came up to Campy at a convention and was hey John, I want to. Oh no, I'll just super chat it to you later. I mean, he's conditioned them, so bravo. I'm jealous of that regard, but I could never be like that. That's crazy. You got to always interact with your fans when you can. But hey, he's got a business. Good for him. I will admit he's hustling. Jody, thanks so much for having fun to me tonight. That was a lot of fun.
Thank you, bro. That was great.
Fire debate. Did we end it? Do you want to see where it ended? Did you think it went in your favor, or are you ending it?
I'm pretty sure that you got the home court advantage on this one.
It was close. But we ended at 50-50. But yeah, it was
I won that
literally.
One. I feel like I won that one.
2 votes at the end did change the vote, but I won't tell you where it went. But we called it a tie. I will be a gentleman and agree it's a tie.
That's right.
But guys, come on over to twitch.tv/PopcornPlanet. We're going to go talk. Hang out a little bit more. I want to take some of your stuff. Super chats are gross. Why? That's what supports YouTube.
Because he's a cheap bastard.
Yeah,
that's
if you weren't supporting your YouTubers and you just half watching, guess what? They'll all go belly under. That's how it works, man. Any artist, you got to support
super
any
chats
artist.
Gross. What the freak?
Super chats are only gross because they give YouTube a huge percentage. It's all about that Cash App.
Cash App,
Streamlabs,
PayPal.
PayPal. All those are your ways to go. But Knock Shadow, I'm glad. Tight Stream, I'm glad you liked it. Come on over to Twitch. I'll hang out. If you want to call in, dude, you are more than welcome. You've given enough tonight, and all the members who joined today. I'm gonna post. I may cut this up and post some of it after the fact, so you'll have some.
Cut. How you gonna cut this?
I don't think I can.
This is so fire. It's long.
It's gonna be a terrible. I'm kill my algorithm, but what the hell? What am I gonna do? Thank you guys for supporting.
You had almost 300 people consistently. So
and we got and we had a good turnout, and you guys, a lot of members subscribed. Thank you so much. We're gonna do another watch party soon. If you guys want, we'll go over to Twitch and talk about it. You guys can help me vote what the next watch party is. But I'm delaying a bit so I get the Twitch Zoom call in. I'll take some of your calls, especially those of you who support. Thank you guys. It means the world to me. Thank you for everybody who came and did this. Jody, my man, love you. We'll be back tomorrow for Ying and tomorrow. Right, I'm losing track of my days. Ying and Yang tomorrow. More debates tomorrow, and then join me Thursday for more Nerd Wars. We're here. This is the midweek where we deliver fun content for you. So stay tuned. Thanks again for watching, everybody. We'll be back over on Twitch. I'm putting it in there. Twitch.tv. You can watch them later too, guys. If you're not a subscriber over there, come on over to Twitch. Twitch.tv/PopcornedPlanet. But you got to put the stupid HTTP. Is it HTTP? Yes, got it. And http:// Boom. Come on over there, guys. Join me at twitch.tv. Let's if you guys help me get over there with this amount of people, you'll get me to partner faster. So thanks. See you guys in about 5 minutes over on twitch.tv. Just wait in that room and it'll start in a minute. Jody, you're the man. Enjoy your evening.
All right.
We'll see you. We'll talk tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
Peace.
Go check out fandomwire.com. Fandomwire.com for all your exclusives, including my Shang-Chi exclusive. It's also here on YouTube.